Hello guys, welcome to yet another Watchalong. It's the 57th game of the season and what can also be called as the first, sort of do or die situation. Both teams here have to win in order to stay in contention for a playoff spot. It's RR versus KKR at the Eden Gardens, and this is Akshay Kumar Swami. I've got Anirudh Suresh, the expert for the day. Yeah, how are we feeling today?
Yeah, and just to make a small correction, I think mathematically the teams will still be alive. To have their fate in their own hands, they have to win.
Correct.
So, but yeah, I mean, imagine we have like about 14, 15 knockout matches lined up, virtual knockout matches lined up, so which is very, very exciting. And it's fair to say Rajasthan are playing arguably the most exciting team of this edition so far, who are KKR, probably on par with Mumbai, you could say, as in
KKR, Punjab, in that
Mumbai
zone.
and all these teams have been very exciting. So let's get it, guys.
We've got the playing 11s in front of us.
But maybe you can just display it a while later, just a ball later. We're just having Trent Bolt's team in. Will he get swing?
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that stopped on the wicket. Did it? I mean,
I felt Roy was a bit too early. I don't think it stopped.
But I don't know. I mean, that's we have to see it because it's interesting. The two teams have read the wicket completely differently.
Correct. Yeah.
So while KKR have gone for an extra spinner, which means that they have 4 specialist spinners, assuming Suyash Sharma also gets subbed in.
Yeah.
For those unaware, Anukul Roy is playing today.
Yep.
And Rajasthan have opted to get rid of Murugan Ashwin / Zampa. And they have brought in KM Asif, who has not played since that RCB match, if I'm not wrong.
He didn't play the RCB
Probably,
match.
But yeah, I mean, he's not played
since the first. A while. Yeah. It's been a while. We can have the playing 11s as well. Let's just go through that.
And that, again...
In the air, like he's been playing...
The wicket stopping, again, this is my suspicion, but...
Let's see.
We'll have to see. But yeah, I mean, early signs that it's not really swinging for Bolt, which is not great news if you are Rajasthan. And Bolt himself has had a big dip in his numbers, but we'll come back to that later.
Just going to the playing 11s there. So Harshit Rana, Varun Chakravarti, Anukul Roy, Shardul Thakur, Sunil Narayan. This is their bowling attack. Shardul hasn't really bowled. Still no movement though. And for Rajasthan, like you said, KM Asif comes in today, and so does Joru still retains his place. I'm guessing they'll go in for someone between someone out of Padikkal and Parag in the second innings, assuming they don't have to sub in a bowler in the first innings itself. So Chahal, Asif, Sandeep, Bolt, Ashwin. That's not a bad bowling attack, except that, like you said again, Bolt after the first over hasn't done well. So how do you see this power play playing out? Who do you think will be given the ball? Bolt. Then there's KM Asif. Probably Sandeep Sharma will also come in,
definitely.
And Ashwin then to sort of round it off.
An over or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, just coming back to Rajasthan's power play issues. So we'll take this ball. Let's see what happens. That's the first boundary. That is the first boundary.
Yeah.
But just coming back to Rajasthan's power play problems, I wrote an article on Rajasthan's downfall after their loss against not Sunrisers, Gujarat. They got dismantled. Yes, Gujarat. So Bolt has taken only 2 wickets in the last 4 matches. In the first 4 matches, he took 5 wickets in the power play, and all 5 wickets came in the first over. He's since taken just 1 wicket in the first over, so that's been a problem. And playing at Jaipur has also been a problem for Rajasthan, because 2 games ago, Jaipur, the average for pacers in the power play in Jaipur was 250.
Ooh.
So that was there. And it was not just for Rajasthan pacers, all pacers across teams. So the Jaipur factor has clearly been a disadvantage for Rajasthan. And in the first half also, the other Rajasthan bowlers, apart from Bolt, averaged like 85 in the power play. And it has continued to be the same. So it's basically been Bolt or nothing for Rajasthan in the power play. And once again, Bolt has not stuck in his first over. And we'll have to see if by chance they get some wickets in the power play from the other bowlers, because Sandeep Sharma has been economical, but he's not taken wickets. Ashwin has not taken wickets. And they don't have a power play bowler outside these 3, basically.
They'll be banking on KM Asif to come good today. But you never know how those things work out. Not Speed Bro, sorry, have been taking a nap outside. That really seems to have sort of affected my reading abilities. He says, hey, hello, Not Speed Bro. And Jagmeet also says, hello. Welcome, guys. So let's kickstart the prediction contest. Given that KKR is what 6 for no loss at the end of the first over.
I wonder why Vikramaditya's 10th. Is he an RR fan or a KKR fan? Oh, he's a KKR fan. I mean,
Sorry,
come on,
Vikram.
your team is on a roll.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They're going to go to fourth spot with the victory
case
tonight.
they win,
And
yes.
who would have thought the team that was destined to finish bottom or ninth, they will be like strong favourites to finish in the top 4 with a victory. And it's reminiscent of the 2021 season, but it's like twice as impressive because
that still was a team.
Exactly.
That's still a team. That still was a team with resources. And
I'll give this to KKR. I was telling Akshay off air, I guess, that the one thing that stood out about KKR is that their fighting spirit. They just won't give up. And this group under Rana they have such an unrelenting self-belief that even if they're 0 for 5 chasing 250, I think they'll still believe somehow that they can pull it off. It's that spirit that has kind of propelled them this season. True. Even though they've suffered, like at one point I think they suffered 4 consecutive losses, but then they've bounced back. You look at and the contrast between Rajasthan and KKR at this stage of the season is that KKR started off not knowing what their best 11 was. They didn't know what their best combination was. It took them probably like about 9-10 trials and errors, but finally they seem to have found their best 11. On the other hand, Rajasthan it seems like they're going further and further away from what their best 11 is. A mix-up, an almost calamitous mix-up. If Delhi Capitals was playing, I think that would have been a run-out. But since KKR, it's not a run-out. But just finishing my point, it says a lot that they're playing Joe Root in the 12th match of the season. It clearly says that there is a lot wrong with the team. It also tells you how everyone's form has fallen off a cliff for Rajasthan.
Yeah. Like outside Jaspal, their batting has really been extremely mediocre. And like you were saying, at the end of the first half, if I'm not wrong, KKR had won just 2 out of their 7 games, which included... is there any bat? There seems to be some bat, or Samson seems to be convinced. Yeah. In the meantime, let's just take Pranav Anand's comment. He says KKR with 3 spinners plus Rana with an option to add.
They've gone for the review.
KKR with 3 spinners plus Rana and with an option to add another later. RR with 2 spinners plus Joe Root. Sanju probably found it difficult to manage through the spinners or read it wrongly. In fact, KKR, they have 4 spinners plus Rana. They've got Anukul, they've got Suyash, Narayan and Chakravarti. At least Suyash is available as an option. But both of them have read it differently. Only at the end of the game will we actually be able to sort of say definitively who's right or wrong.
And we saw a graphic before the toss where how it showed that the previous match between KKR and Punjab, which was again, I don't think that...
there's pad.
The previous game between KKR and Punjab, which was played at Eden, saw more amount of turn than any other match this season. At Eden. So considering that,
is there any LBW?
Nah, it's first of all striking him outside the line, or impact is umpire's call at best.
Impact will have to be umpire's call because
it's clipping the outside.
But I'm
part of his flap. So it's
interesting. And just going back to
it's an in-swinger, and
but shouldn't they at least check for the LBW?
I don't think there is any merit in checking.
But isn't that the protocol?
It is a protocol, but look, they would have asked for it. I think these guys know that it's not going to hit.
But that's okay.
I know, and it's
this is what this is what pisses me off.
There's no consistency.
Exactly. You need to be consistent. Whatever is that a wicket?
That's another edge, and there's another 4.
That's the second 4 of the innings. Gurbaz with a streaky edge that goes past short third, and Sandeep is actually finding a bit of movement there. So let's see how that goes. Crick Crazy Nicks meanwhile says this game will be proper Jai Mata Di. Narayan, Varun, Chahal wondering who will take a 4-for. Let's hope Nicks gets it right as he always does.
I'm seeing early signs that this wicket is not the normal Eden wicket. I think this will take a lot of turn. So I don't think KKR will mind batting first at all. And they have won quite a few matches this season by choking opposition with their spinners as well. Suyash, Varun has been in. Probably he's bowling as well as he ever has. So that's
back to 2021 form. So that's good to see.
2020, yeah, I can say 2020 also, you can say.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Both seasons were good for him. Vasant Narayan, meanwhile, says, should RCB also book tickets for exit like DC? I mean, I don't think this match will sort of disqualify the other teams, irrespective of who wins. All of them still, like RCB, Mumbai, Delhi, Punjab, still.
But thing is, RCB are still playing Rajasthan also, I guess.
Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Hyderabad.
Rajasthan are still playing Punjab.
Yeah. So Rajasthan, for that matter, sorry to cut you there, they play Punjab, they play KKR, and they play RCB in the next 3 games. So whoever they defeat, whoever they defeat sort of goes out of the tournament. All of them are direct knockouts. And Babu Rao, meanwhile, says, do you think Bolt's drop in form has something to do with his inconsistent selection in the playing 11? I don't think he was dropped. Like
he suffered a niggle, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. At least that was what was told to us. Every time, they made that change, they always said that Bolt is missing the game due to a niggle.
Yeah.
So we can't say that's inconsistent.
And I guess it's got to do more with conditions than anything. Like I said, they played like 3 matches in Jaipur, and I think Bolt played all matches, if I'm not wrong. And again, he could not do anything. There's no swing. Jaipur has literally no swing whatsoever. So you have to take that into account. So it's just unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Fair. And also, guys, as you all know, that we sort of run a prediction contest during every watch along. So please predict what KKR will end up with at the end of the first innings. Let's start with Anirudh. What do you think right now? Where do you see KKR ending up with?
Ooh, that's another boundary.
That's a 4.
But before we could proceed with the predictions, we would like to request everyone who's watching this to,
of course, hit the like button.
First like and then subscribe. And then if you like, please share it with your friends. We are less than 100 subscribers away from going to 23K, which is remarkable considering we were 20K a couple of weeks ago only. We have gained like 3,000 followers in like a fortnight. So it's possible because of all you loyal supporters of cricket.com. We have thoroughly enjoyed doing the
Watchalong. That's a wicket. That's an excellent catch.
Oh my God, he's plugged it out.
Yeah, that's a great catch. And Roy, that's a big blow for the Kolkata Knight Riders. He's been providing them those aggressive starts consistently in the last few games. A huge blow that. Oh man, that's a great catch.
Is that a 51-meter boundary? Because it seemed very short.
51 was behind square. This was 57 then maybe.
Probably, yeah.
And again, a nothing delivery to be honest.
But it's an off-cutter. So
but then on the leg stump was there to be hit. But oh man. That's an excellent catch. Excellent catch from Hitmeyer there.
Damn.
Oh man.
Damn.
Given his fitness, that he seemed to be sort of,
it reminds me, I think it might have been somebody from West Indies took a catch of Steve Smith in 2019 World Cup.
Sheldon Cottrell.
Cottrell is the one who took the catch, right?
That was a great
catch. Was a much better catch, obviously.
That was fine, so it's even more difficult to sort of spot the ball. So yeah, guys, like we said before, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this with your friends. A lot of cool content coming your way on YouTube. We have, of course, you guys see our watch-alongs, you guys see our fan cams. You can also check our site out. A lot of interesting pieces, like one, for instance, Anirudh mentioned about how Rajasthan have been faltering and what the reason behind that is. And also please keep your predictions coming in. A lot of cool merch to be won. During the mid-innings break, we'll also show you what merch could you stand to win. So yeah, Anirudh, going back to the prediction contest, now that a wicket's also gone.
168.
168, okay. Because I'll be calling the game throughout, I want the game to be interesting, so I'm saying 189.
Okay, so and this guy is due a big score. If you look at the scores after his 100, it's 0, 20, 31, 11, 7, 11. So Venki Iyer is surely due a big score.
I feel you're really sort of depending too much on law of averages.
That's what I'm saying. That's purely saying on the basis of like how they say that Rohit Sharma is due a big score for the last 5 seasons. So that is there. But Venkatesh Iyer has done more than Rohit has the last. Is it fair to say more in his IPL career? Venki Iyer has done more than what Rohit has done in the last 5 years.
5, he's been for the last 3 years, and he's definitely done.
Venki has been playing for what, 2.5 seasons now?
2.5.
Barely.
Yeah.
And Rohit, those.
He's definitely
seasons have been
with
better than the last
more
5 years.
match-winning performances for sure.
Nitin,
yeah, we'll get to that comment. Before that, sorry, Shaunak, we missed a couple of comments prior to that, Sanjay. And yeah, Sanjay says, who would have had at the start of the tournament that RR, KKR and MI would be in the position that they are in?
Ooh, that's the first sign of some swing.
In fact, that
seemed
actually,
away, right?
that
more than swing.
And that's some delivery that. But yeah, Sanjay, true. I mean, for what it's worth, I predicted KKR to be at the bottom of the table, and which is why I'm even more disappointed that how does a team with this squad,
which is why precisely why I was telling you that it's about their self-belief and the atmosphere that's within the camp, and how admirably well Nitish Rana has led the KKR side. So
and I think
he's been among the best captains in this this season so far. Even though the table is KKR not up the table, with the resources they have had, with the kind of performances they have put in, I think you can give this side to any captain and nobody would have batted an eye had they finished bottom, and which is exactly why we predicted at the start of the season that KKR are favourites to finish bottom. So I think they are actually on paper not as good a side as for instance Delhi Capitals are.
Fair.
But look where they are. So full.
I mean, Venki
finally a bold test cover from Bolt after
but Venki also seemed like, apart from the first ball, the other three balls have been very sort of,
he has, that's what I was telling the other day. People say that certain batters have this extra second where they can read. Venkatesh here seems like the opposite of that. He seems like he has 1 second less to counter what's being thrown at him. But yeah, let's come to the big talking point of today. So there are some reports suggesting that Mumbai are allegedly going to offer
an all-year round
they're going
contract.
to pretty much buy Archer out and make him their own, and which means that ECB are the ones who will have to take permission from Mumbai in case it's up to Mumbai to release Archer for national duty. That's what it's.
Oh, that's a shot. And is that the first six?
Six, right? Yes.
That's the first six of the game. Good
like pinball.
But Bas stonking it, past the longer fence. That's a good shot. Yeah. But yeah, talking about Archer. So where do you stand? A, do you think that's actually possible? B, are you on for it? Like, on what side are you on? Are you against it? Are you for it? So yeah.
It might happen. I don't know how the legal side of it will work, or how the contracts and all that will work. I don't know. But from a cricketing perspective, to me, it makes no sense for Mumbai to invest so much in Archer, whose career could really end next year, if we are being honest. He's had so many recurring injuries.
Oh, that's another good shot.
Sorry, another six, right? It's another six.
Wow, that's another six. Both past the longer fence, but this was a lot more sort of conventional. Yeah. And yeah, great to see a lofted cover. I mean, a lofted, not even cover drive, a lofted off drive for what it's worth, and that's gone for a six. Yeah, just going back to the question.
I can, for instance, understand if it's an Indian bowler who they are nurturing and giving a long-term contract and all that. For example, of Bumrah, right? Okay. But Archer, I don't know. I mean, I don't know really why they would do that, especially when the market for overseas bowlers never dies. There's one bowler or the other who will keep emerging year after year. And Archer especially has had his injury troubles. He's basically had like one full season in the IPL, and he's had like one full season of cricket in his life where he's not had too many injuries.
Fair.
And yeah, I mean, from a cricketing perspective, I don't think it makes too much sense for Mumbai to go ahead and do it, which is why I question the authenticity of the reports.
Fair.
I think it could just to stir shit up and get the people angry, that it could just be that. And let's not forget, Daily Mail is the one. Daily Mail are the ones who came up with the report, and Daily Mail, if anyone knows anything about Daily Mail when it comes to reporting about football and all this, like they report a pile of shit. So we know that. So again, I'm not taking names, but Daily Mail don't have the greatest reputation.
Okay.
So it could just very well be possible that Daily Mail are just trying to get a reaction out of people by just getting some inside sources to talk or whatever.
Just to right click on what you said about, why would Mumbai do that? Don't you think that's precisely why they would probably want to buy Archer out? Because of his injury concerns, the more international cricket he plays, the lesser he can play for Mumbai Indians. So they want him to be available for their franchise throughout, like for SA20, for Mumbai Indians, for even the New York, the New York side and all of that.
But why would a Mumbai care about winning SA20 and Mumbai whatever league they're
Maybe
playing?
That's the
why would they want? And two questions. A, why would Mumbai want to? They already have so many star players in SA20. I don't think Archer is a difference maker. Even in the IPL, I don't think Archer is a difference maker right now. And again, I don't know why they would want to win all these leagues. It's a business at the end of the day. And IPL, it's not about promotion, relegation, and all like football is, for example. You get to play every season, even if you're losing every season. And at the end of the day, Archer winning them a title is not going to grow their brand. Mumbai are already the biggest brand in cricket, if not second biggest behind RCB or CSK or whoever. And point number two is Archer. What I'm asking is, has Archer shown that he's special enough for Mumbai to go take such a drastic step? I don't think so. I don't think he is Rashid Khan, for example. If they did it with the Rashid Khan, if Gujarat Titans do it with Rashid Khan, they throw 100 million at Afghanistan Cricket Board and say that you're done. This is Rashid Khan is ours. He'll be with us forever. I understand, because Rashid Khan is Rashid Khan. If RCB did it with CSA 5 years ago with de Villiers, bro, de Villiers is ours. Get lost. 100 million is yours. Give us de Villiers. It's fine. But is Archer special enough for that? I doubt. I highly doubt it. I don't think he's shown enough. And I think he's still probably only had one good year in international cricket. And I don't think the hype is justified.
I mean, do you think it does not just have to do with Archer all by himself inside a wicket? That's a good catch again.
From Sandeep Sharma.
That's an excellent catch from Sandeep Sharma there. And Gurbaz also has been dismissed. And talking about Bolt, who we were just saying after the first over has struggled to take wickets. He's taken a wicket in the second over. He's taken a wicket in the third over. And that's a fantastic catch by Sandeep Sharma.
But yeah, I mean, the pitch does seem to be on the slower side.
But this ball was there to be hit.
I mean, it was there to be hit.
Oh, that's a great catch.
It was there to be hit, sure. But again, I think on a true Eden wicket, this goes for 4 for sure.
I feel this is very similar to the RCB KKR surface, the one where Shardul Thakur.
Probably. I mean,
because there also in the first 6 overs, Willie Siraj created a bit of trouble. But then after that, the pitch seemed to have settled down and they were able to sort of play their shots. So I would still sort of, I'll sort of not jump to conclusions here. Maybe the first couple of overs, like you said, the ball might have stopped. But I still feel this is invariably going to be a good enough batting surface to score 180, 190 at least. So yeah, guys, please keep your comments coming in. Please keep your predictions coming in. Anirudh has predicted the score to be 168. I predicted KKR to end up with 189. So yeah, please let us know how much.
And you are in favor of the Archer deal, is what you were saying.
So are you if we're talking specifically about the Archer deal, I'm still yet to understand. I'm not sure what the details or what the specifics are. But in general, I'm definitely for such contacts being made. The idea of teams sort of buying players out, it's great. It works well simply because, like I've mentioned before, sorry to again bring in a bit of public policy, so to say. Just like how we talk about government should not involve themselves in everything, we should privatize. Similarly, boards cannot do everything. We need private entities to enter the market, and that's the only way you'll have open markets. And the example I'd taken the last time, I'll take the same example again. Mark Watt, someone like a Mark Watt who is a very good T20 bowler. Imagine someone like him getting a year-round contract that secures him financially, gives him a lot more, stability in terms of practicing his game, honing his skills, rubbing shoulders with the best of players. So definitely, I like the direction in which this is headed. If we talk about Archer, I'm still not sure. So I don't have an answer. I don't have an opinion for that.
Yeah, but I mean, the long-term concern is that what this will mean for international cricket.
Couldn't care less, sir.
Yeah, I mean that's up to that's
my opinion,
based on individual opinion, I guess.
Exactly.
So it is up to that. Yeah. The only problem I have with cricket going the franchise route is that, see, you have so many leagues around the world, and you can create 5 teams and say branded as Mumbai, but it will never be the same as a player playing for one football club for 12 months, a year, for 10 years. That loyalty, nobody can establish that loyalty. It should come organically.
That loyalty.
So that is my problem. That is my problem. Everyone says that cricket is going the football route, it can't, because again, I mean, if Butler is going to play, okay, I'm supporting Butler when he's playing for Mumbai, for example, Rajasthan Royals. Why the hell would I care about Butler playing for Pal Royals when he's batting alongside, let's say, whoever, like Kruger Van Wyk or somebody, whoever. Kruger Van Wyk is a New Zealand keeper. I don't think
is that play. Wow, that's 4 overthrows. Oh, wow.
But we'll wrap the chat up. So my personal opinion is that franchises, I mean, I can understand. The only way I can see it working out is if there's only one league, there is only IPL, and IPL is played 8 to 9 months in a year.
Okay.
You have one huge league where like we have 25-30 matches per season, and then you have players playing 25 matches for one franchise. Then okay, it can be like an NFL or a cricket or an NBA. But when you have like so many leagues and players playing for so many different teams, even if it comes under the same branding, it doesn't make sense. Nobody can establish that organic loyalty. If Arsenal, there are going to be 5 Arsenals in the world, and there are going to be like players playing for 3 different Arsenals in 3 different countries. Why will I care? I mean, I can't establish that connect between the 3 different franchises, right?
And the parent franchise.
So exactly. So
I mean, also just one thing to add in terms of you mentioned cricket going the football way. We need to understand that football in its present form has existed for nearly 100 years.
Yeah.
Any sort of evolution can happen only over time. Evolution is a gradual process. So for cricket to be able to build that kind of a fan base, time is the only way that's possible. You just cannot, expect that to happen over 10 years.
Of course,
invariably, Abhi, for instance, IPL teams have been gaining, I mean, like proper IPL fandom has started only in the last 3-4 years. This wasn't the case in, say, 2014, 2015, because it was still in its nascent stages. So just like that, we need to give it more time. But yeah, I do agree, when we have so many different leagues and the same sort of, management owning different teams across leagues, it makes little to no difference. Then you're seeing the same set of players playing everywhere. It's not different. Like for instance,
and not just that, you're not only seeing the same set of players playing everywhere, you seeing the same set of players play against inferior opponents, inferior teams in an inferior league, and it's just like, okay, you're seeing the player, but what's special about it? I mean, for example, and how many Mumbai Indians fans wanted MI Cape Town to win the S20? How many Chennai Super Kings fans wholeheartedly supported Joburg Super Kings? How many I don't know, Rajasthan Royals fans? And for example, take David Miller. He plays for Pal Royals. He plays for Barbados Royals as well.
Yeah, true.
But here he plays for Gujarat Titans. And what does that? I mean, that's just.
There's so many such
That's
examples.
The biggest problem. Miller is the best example because he's a tier 1 marquee name in T20 cricket. Same with Rashid Khan. He's playing for Gujarat. He's playing for MI in other 2 leagues. And it's just like bizarre. And Andre Russell and Narayan are playing for every KKR franchise that exists in the world. But
I feel that
why? Who cares, right? I mean, is anyone really watching Abu Dhabi T20 League and supporting Narayan passionately because he's playing for Abu Dhabi Knight Riders? I don't think so. So
I mean, those were our 2 cents on that. Before we get to Babarao's comment, sorry, Shaunak, if you could also go to the previous comment, let's just get all those comments. And guys, please keep your comments coming in. He's mistimed it massively, but is it in the gap? No.
I mean, that's a good. I would say that was a good placement from the area he targeted was good, but the timing was off completely.
To be honest, I don't think he even targeted that area. It was the mistimed shot that sort of helped him get it to that area. Anyways, coming back to Abhinav Gupta's comment, he says the day franchises bought teams across the globe, they were set to dictate their terms in future more than international boards. I agree there, and which is why that's the only problem I have. When it comes to all these different leagues growing, if the idea is to groom your local players, you can't have the same set of owners coming in everywhere. I understand why these league committees want that. for instance, Graham Smith was sort of, very happy with the fact that, all 6 teams were owned by IPL owners, simply because for brand value and all, it makes sense. But there's only so much they can do. I mean, there's only so much fandom that can trickle into SA20. Like you said, how many MI fans will actually be supporting Cape Town? How many CSK fans will support Joburg? That won't really be the case for everyone. So that's my only concern. But outside that, I still feel that the mushrooming of leagues will definitely, overall, it's a net positive. That's the way I look at it.
Should have been put away by Venki rank full toss from Ashwin.
I mean, we've been talking for so long. Venki is at 2 of 10. His score is 2 of 10 in the power play. That's a Jagdishan knock. I don't think KKR are missing Jagdishan right now.
KKR gonna think twice before purchasing another Tamil top order batter.
Okay.
Just to finish, I think Trent Bolt said something interesting yesterday or day before. He said that there's one big risk with players completely ignoring international cricket and opting for franchise cricket. It is that I think you can tell the power play score.
That's another dot. Okay, sorry.
Yes,
get back to you. 37 for 2 at the end of the power play, and Venkatesh Iyer is right now at 2 of 12. I'm
interested to see if this is the lowest strike rate for a batter who has faced 12 plus balls in the power play.
10 plus,
in the history of the IPL, I think Anirudh can help Somesh and Gurkirat with that. But I'll just conclude by saying that Bolt said that the problem with going this franchise way for a player, ignoring international cricket, ignoring first class cricket, and completely going the franchise way is that you are basically a handful of bad performances away from losing your contract, being kicked out of the franchise. Because at the end of the day, you are just another entity for the franchise. You are not not everyone is a project player. At the end of the day, this franchise model is a business, and if you're not cutting it out, they're going to throw you into the trash can and they're going to move on. They're not going to care for your well-being. They're not going to care for your bank account, financial state, whatever. So players who wish to go that way should think their decision like 100 times before committing to it. And you have to be sure that you belong to the top 1% and you can cut it at the top level to make sure that you kind of make it. First signs of Joe Root playing the IPL, and it's come with the ball and not the bat. So is this the first sign that Joe Root has turned into a specialist bowler? We'll let Somesh answer that.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of what you said, franchises being ruthless and sort of cutting players out, it's time to cut ourselves out and get the sort of twinning buddies right now into the studio. So yeah, Somesh and Gurkirat will be taking you guys across the middle overs, and see you guys at the death. Yep. Until then, it's goodbye.
Oh, क्या बात है. Here we are.
Yes.
Three Musketeers back again.
तीनों ने white पहना है. White ही है ना
निकल. Yeah, whitish and
Gurkirat तो अपनी elegance अपने turban से बता रहा है.
Yes.
बिल्कुल. चलो. Too early to say wicket alert.
Samish Santosh, yeah man, hearing from you after a very long time. Good catch भाई. यार क्या बात है, मतलब रन नहीं बन रहा है आजकल, but कैच ले रहा है. ओह.
चलो ओबेन मेरे को तो यूज नहीं हुआ, रूट यूज हो रहा है. लेट्स सी, गुड साइंस फ्रॉम आरआर. But I think very keen to see what do you make of the pitch. I don't think it's a 200 deck, मतलब far from it.
No chance. I mean KKR ने तो 4 स्पिनर खिला रहे. 16 over the spin.
I think Nitish Rana might bowl as well. So
हाँ वो सोच के रखा है उन सर को. पर then what do you make of the call to chase? I mean, we've been harping on the fact that Samson has wanted to bat first, and now on what is supposed to be a dry deck, उसने opt किया chase करने को.
But I think this is just a decision that is taken based on the results. क्योंकि पिछले 2-3 matches से it has not worked out.
Because उससे पहले they had lost 3 games while chasing by a narrow margin. And I actually feel that even though if there is no dew, the pitch might get difficult to bat. At least you will still know how to pace your innings. And sometimes when you play at a venue like Eden, you're thinking batting first ki 180 to minimum karna hi hai, right? And in that, you could end up losing a few wickets just trying to reach a target which just might be out of reach. So it's a very I feel if on venues like this it is still okay, because due ka bhi due ka bhi scope hai. Agar due aa gayi to then it will become easier. So yeah, if you're unsure of how the pitch might behave, then I think it's always better to bowl first, because you could just end up losing the game with the bat itself in trying to set a total which is definitely
Not on.
not on.
अरे ये अश्विन ने राणा को आउट नहीं किया ना पहले कभी?
नहीं, आज तक नहीं
आज
किया
करेगा
T20
उल्टा होने दो, ये मत होने दो।
उल्टा तो बहुत बार हुआ है भाई, बहुत पिटाई लगाई है।
नहीं मैं बोल रहा हूँ राणा आज बोलिंग करेगा तो
मुझे बस ये लग रहा है कि लास्ट मैच में भी लास्ट 2 ओवर्स जब हर्षित राणा और वैभव अरोड़ा ने कराए थे, तब भी मुझे लग रहा था कि मे बी अगर यहाँ पर स्पिनर होता तो बेटर होता। उसकी भरपाई आज केकेआर ने की है बाय प्लेइंग एन एडिशनल स्पिनर, कि एंड में भी उनको वापस पेसर पे ना जाना पड़े, because in that game the only option they had was Nitish Rana himself, and maybe he was not confident enough कि भाई
नहीं. Plus we had discussed this earlier that even though Shahrukh struggles against spin, Nitish Rana की spin को फिर भी he would have done well against.
I mean कभी कहना मुश्किल है, क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली तो he did well against the Pacers as well, तो बात कितना ही फर्क पड़ जाता, can't say that, but हाँ आज तो भाई spin bombardment होने वाला है. So Gurgiras wanted Delhi and Kolkata to swap home venues. Kolkata ने तो अपना venue ही change कर दिया.
हाँ, तो Kolkata said that if you can't change the venue, change the venue. तो नहीं, but it is something which they, if they could have, they should have done it earlier, because it would have helped them. Probably they wouldn't have lost the game to Sunrisers if they would have played on this kind of a pitch. But ठीक है, अभी तो what's done, it's done.
Yeah, no, also the weather has played a part in seems, क्योंकि water नहीं कर पाए थे ज़्यादा, that was the issue maybe. So something of that sort also went there, when Nitish was happy with this deck, मतलब such kind of decks, which is fine also.
Definitely यार, मतलब KKR का पूरा build ही ऐसा है कि they would have wanted to play on these decks, and of course मतलब home advantage मिलना ही चाहिए ना, specifically some teams को मिल रहा है, या तो फिर किसी को भी नहीं मिले, कुछ टीम्स को मिल रहा है, तो इट्स ओनली बेटर कि सभी टीम्स को मिले.
बिल्कुल और काफी कुछ गया टू द फील्डर को, तो एक तो हवा में जा रहा है, लेट्स सी मे बी नेक्स्ट ओवर. एंड या मोस्ट रन्स अगेंस्ट आर अश्विन IPL without being dismissed, Surya Kumar Yadav strike rate is decent, but Rana जी का strike rate 188. Gill is also very good. And Shreyas Iyer is
Iyer's strike rate actually.
Yeah. Was going to do the same thing. But yeah, but again when you're batting for Delhi, तो maybe strikers are overrated there. But ठीक है, let's दुखती नस पे हाथ या नमक नहीं छिड़केंगे हम. और interesting to see, फिर अब तक चैल नहीं आया. It is still Joe Root, I think. So,
but this strike rate of Shreyas against Ashwin, I'd like to see कि इसमें कौन से seasons हैं, because for 2 seasons they played together. So and I think उससे पहले maybe Shreyas was still developing as a player. Maybe he's played Ashwin then. So in those years, maybe in the years of 2015, 16, 17, where Delhi का पता ही नहीं होता था कैसे how they bat, like they could just go all out.
अब कहाँ पता है भाई, अभी तो
अरे मैं
बीच
के 3 साल तो कुछ तो पता था ना कि किसका क्या रोल है.
By the way, Adyan, thank you so much for that comment. Really means a lot to us, and spread the word. I mean, subscribe to the channel. We are a few numbers away from touching 23K.
Yeah.
So tell your friends, ask them to subscribe for 4. Actually, कल किसी ने एक वीडियो डाला था about Sehwag batting against Mendes, and I was just thinking कि हम कितने players को बोलते हैं कि new age Sehwag है, but no one really talks about the fact कि the way Sehwag plays off spin in particular, I feel modern day में India में तो at least I think Shreyas Iyer is the player who bats like him, pinging that length, using his feet and sort of playing with that freedom. और कोई तो I don't think plays spin that way.
Oh,
भाई
by the way, was this a boundary after that? After I think this is a boundary after those 2 sixes by Gurbaz. I don't think बीच में कोई boundary आई है. I'm trying to recall.
First over में एक 4 आया था.
नहीं, first over में आया. गुरबाज के 2
हाँ, नहीं
sixes
मैं सोच रहा हूँ बाकी 2 और 4 कब लगे थे.
नहीं आया. Just confirm.
Fourth over में वो 2
छक्के के बाद that was the first boundary.
हाँ.
Almost run out चल रहा है अभी तो.
But if you are KKR, will you take 150?
यहाँ से तो definitely. यहाँ से I'd be. They'll have to bat really well to reach 150 from here actually.
Yeah, but I think they can get there. So let's say 10 ओवर तक they target to be around 65-70. क्योंकि किसी को तो टारगेट करेंगे. They'll not, both of them are not somebody जो ऐसे ही खेलते जाएंगे. तो फिर आप सोचो अगले 5 ओवर में थोड़ा और एक्सेलरेट करके आप 110 तक पहुंचो. 40 रन मारो. 110 नहीं, ज्यादा हो जाएगा. बट हाँ, 110 टारगेट तो करना पड़ेगा 2 विकेट के लॉस पे भी. यू हैव रिंकू एंड अदर्स एज वेल. अनुकूल रॉय भी है. तो थोड़े सैक्रिफाइशियल. शार्दुल ठाकुर को भी बेच सकते हैं भाई बैटिंग करने को. तो आई थिंक 150-160 शुड बी गुड टोटल हियर इफ नो ड्यू.
I genuinely think that 160 will be a very good score.
Yeah.
Matlab if there is no due,
Same like yesterday, I think.
Yeah. But I think this pitch might be a little difficult than the one yesterday.
यार कल भी हार्ड थी यार. मतलब किसी का बॉल ही नहीं लग रहा था. मतलब there was no timing for anyone. So yes, Vikram Aditya, it's been very mutual. सब एक दूसरे को फ्रेंड्स फॉलोअर्स सब बांट रहे तो बढ़िया है. लेट्स कीप स्प्रेडिंग द वर्ल्ड एंड हैव अ गुड टाइम. क्योंकि
विक्रम एंड आई मीन निखिल तेरा नहीं पता बट गुरकीरत एंड माई सेल्फ वर्सेस विक्रम है. विक्रम आज इज इन द ऑपोजिट कैंप.
हाँ वो तो ठीक है यार. कोई बंदा नहीं, कोई मसला नहीं. लेट्स पुट इट दैट वे.
मैं बहुत कोशिश करता हूँ कि ऐसे आरसीबी फैंस बिहेव करते हैं वैसे अपन भी करें अपनी टीम के लिए. बट वो निकल नहीं आता ही नहीं ना
उतना. तो इस बारी मेरा बाकी मैचेस में लाइक आई वाज फार मोर एक्सप्रेसिव इन दैट Rajasthan versus SRH game that I have been for any Delhi game, because this season I have resigned to the fate कि कुछ नहीं होने वाला. So चाहे जीतो हारो कुछ भी करो, unless you are not going to make changes, मेरे लिए बहुत मुश्किल है वो वैसा इमोशनल इन्वेस्टमेंट लाना. I wouldn't say for Cummings. Shreyas probably, but I don't think they have missed Shreyas because that role by Nitish Rana has been taken very well.
I just feel अगर श्रेयस 11 में होता तो they would have pushed Venkatesh Iyer to open and that would have left up spot for them to play an overseas bowler. But उससे कितना फायदा होता उससे कोई
फायदा नहीं है ना.
फायदा कुछ नहीं होता क्योंकि
and in fact वेंकी अय्यर का अभी dip in form अभी आया थोड़ा in last 3-4 games, but उससे पहले he was doing well. So I think the fact that all three in Nitish Rana, Rinku Singh and Venki Iyer have contributed, I think they've not really felt that absence of Shreyas, I feel, because किसी मैच में ऐसा collapse नहीं हुए, which you know
in fact last season तो जबकि हुए भी थे with Shreyas in the 11,
because last season I think only Shreyas was the one who was looking to bat the situation and everyone was trying to take the high intent route even against negative bowling matchups. But I think this season Nitish Rana has actually batted well, Rinku's done well, and abhi slowly Russell's coming back to form also.
And actually come to think of it, Rana and Rinku have done better against pace than spin, and way better. तो वो किसी ने सोचा नहीं था ना कि they've actually covered a lot of the biggest drawback for the KKR batting.
I felt in the Indian batters, Rinku was their best bet against pace looking at the squad, and Liton Das was their best overseas batter versus pace because tab Roy aaya nahi tha. But Liton Das only played I think 2 games or one game. So that the one in Delhi where he messed up during the keeping part. But I think I think for the next season KKR can actually build a good core around these four domestic Indian batters like how Delhi did, but hopefully not have all of them in top 4. Matlab keep Rinku at 5.
True. And I've liked Harshit Rana as well. So far, जितना भी देखा है, I think he has the ingredients.
Vaibhav Arora भी is good.
Vaibhav Arora को तो हमने last season ही देख लिया था.
हाँ.
Oh, new KKR fan in the house.
Who is that?
अच्छा जियो पे नहीं दिखाया क्या?
नहीं स्टार पे नहीं देखा मैंने. ठीक है.
Oh,
Shot. Finally Venkatesh gets one from the middle.
Yep. This
I think Ashwin यहाँ पे थोड़ा ज्यादा predictable हो गए because he was bowling everything outside off. तो Venkatesh Iyer had already probably premeditated कि पहले ही move across कर जाऊंगा.
Yeah, Sudhir, actually more so about because of the boundary dimensions as well.
शारजा boundary is shorter.
इसका अभी जैसे इसका कोई पॉकेट इसमें बहुत छोटे हैं ना.
हाँ एक दो पॉकेट्स हैं जो 51 57 है बट ओवरऑल शारजाज
जैसे ये वाला भी शॉट जो गया इट्स प्रीटी शॉर्ट.
It reminds me of short, but any which way, so वो भी खेल नहीं रहा है. Let's see how that bit goes. क्योंकि यार यहाँ से they held back चहल अभी भी. तो I think surely next over चहल comes on. क्योंकि वेंकी तो will keep going now.
And Chahal can be a good
शॉट. ये बहुत प्यारा
shot, outstanding.
बहुत ही काफी deep भी गया मतलब. There are how many people have you seen this year play that extra cover drive more than him? तिलक वर्मा ने एक दो खेले थे but वो भी सब grounded थे. I can't remember anybody play.
Akshar has done it.
अक्सर बैटिंग करता है
जब मौका मिलता है. कल he hit a very good shot against.
मुझे लगा ही नहीं कोई देखता है उसको बैटिंग करते हुए. तो क्या पता मुझे लगा it's a given.
कॉनवे ने अच्छे खेले.
हाँ कॉनवे अच्छा लगा. मतलब इंडियन बैटर तो मतलब usually you associate that shot more with Indian with a गंभीर with a रायना.
Yeah.
But yeah. चलो बट बढ़िया ओवर. 13 रन आ गए ऑलरेडी 3 बॉल में.
Very expensive in the context of the game.
Yeah, but I think ये एक ओवर तो आना ही था whether जो भी होता.
But second वाला was a great shot because because बहुत सारे like Ashwin has done it against a lot of left-handers. Like when he's been hit for 6, he's bowled it wide and he's bowled it slow कि मारो बाहर जाके and he was up to the task. Could have also tried to go across and maybe if he would have gone across from there शायद miscue होता and catch out हो सकता था but to hit with the line brilliant.
Yep, and that's a more more बहुत ही एक्सपेंसिव ओवर पर ठीक है. आई थिंक ये एक काफी अच्छा क्वेश्चन है दैट आई वांटेड टू आस्क बोथ ऑफ यू. लाइक कल भी आप देखो तो ऑफ कोर्स कांट कंपेयर ललित विद अश्विन बट आई फील समटाइम्स टीम्स गेट टू ग्रीडी इन टर्म्स ऑफ गिविंग द थर्ड ओवर टू अ पर्टिकुलर बॉलर कि 2 ओवर अच्छे गए तो तीसरे भी तभी का तभी डलवा दो जब अब उसकी जरूरत है नहीं है. डू यू हैव अदर ऑप्शंस और नॉट. क्योंकि कल भी ललित यादव के ओवर में 23 रन पड़े और आज भी ये ओवर काफी एक्सपेंसिव है गिवन दैट पूरे बाकी इसमें 2 ओवर में भी उतने शायद 18 रन नहीं आए थे.
हाँ.
तो
एंड वो ऋषि धवन का ओवर
एग्जैक्टली. हाँ मतलब ऋषि धवन का इसलिए द सेम मार्जिन ना कि आपको नहीं पता चलता कि भाई वो अगेन पंजाब डूइंग इट. आई स्टिल अंडरस्टैंड मे बी दूसरे बॉलर है नहीं या उनको वैसा ही यूज करना है बट आरआर के पास तो ऐसे ऑप्शन है. बट अगेन मतलब फेयर ही था 2 लेफ्टी है.
I think वो matchup के चक्कर में ना कि maybe because Chahal's also not bowling a lot of googlies, didn't want to take that chance. And ऐसा है कि चहल के साथ ना he might bring a wicket or 2, but the probability of him going for runs also is there because he will flight it, he will float it up. I think if he floats it up on the off stump or fourth stump and bowls a googly, it could be a genuine wicket taking chance here. But अगर वो सही लाइन पे फ्लोट नहीं हुआ, स्टंप्स के बीच में फ्लोट हुआ या लेग स्टंप पे फ्लोट हुआ तो थोड़ा इशू हो सकता है.
एक्चुअली वो अश्विन के लास्ट ओवर के केस में तो मेरे को लगा कि प्लान सही था उसको ओवर देने का, एग्जीक्यूशन सही नहीं था अश्विन का. हाँ, because it was not a very good over. I mean, Ashwin usually that's not how we get left-handers out, right? That is very Chahal-like bowling कि wide डाल के करना है.
नहीं, also I think वो जो पिछले 2 ओवर जैसे गए थे ना, the batters were ready कि क्या आने वाला है, and Ashwin really didn't change his plans.
But his plans to lefties is usually very different. This is not a plan.
he actually also doesn't overdo one plan. मतलब I think in probably he got a little greedy कि मैं थोड़ा flight करता हूँ, wicket लेने की कोशिश करता हूँ, and then he got caught up in his own trap.
ओ भाई मैचअप है, ये आउट हो गया, ओए आउट हो गया
भाई क्या
Is it
बात है,
taken or dropped?
it is
Taken. चलो
बढ़िया. I think छठवा dismissal Anirudh, if you can just confirm that Rana versus Chahal, and again Rana has gone very first ball versus him, so let's see proper matchup working there. और अगेन एक दूसरा बहुत बढ़िया कैच पकड़ा शिमरन ने. पहला तो भाई बहुत ही उड़ता तीर पकड़ लिया था वैसे.
बहुत अच्छा कैच था वो.
ये भी अच्छा था, मतलब ऑफ कोर्स थोड़ा रिलेटिवली हाईएस्ट विकेट टेकर इन द आईपीएल. यप, वेल डन जीजी चहल, वेल डन.
oh yes.
बट यस, चलो 3 विकेट तो आ रहे चहल के, 1 हो गया. लेट्स सी और कौन है.
मैंने भी, अरे क्या बात है, हमने डिस्कस नहीं किया. मैं भी बाहर अभी यही बोला था मैच शुरू होने के, क्या चहल 3 विकेट लेगा.
ओ रसल्स कमिंग इन.
या करेक्ट ना, राइट एंट्री पॉइंट. अभी तो उसको यही एंट्री पॉइंट पे भेज ही रहे. एंड रसल वर्सेस चहल इज अ गुड डील.
हाँ.
So Luffy is asking, hello guys, who is the best death bowler in your opinion this season after in this season of IPL? Luffy, I think the question should be who is the best death bowler after Pathirana? क्योंकि पहला is very obvious.
Fair call. काफी fair
This
call.
season I'd say Nathan Ellis has been good.
हाँ नहीं, but first तो मतलब obvious
First तो पतिराना है.
Nathan Ellis ने कितने ओवर डाले वो भी देखना होगा. I don't think he's bowled a lot in the end.
He's not bowled a lot, but इस बारी कोई stand out अच्छा डेथ बॉलर रहा ही नहीं है, because Arshdeep has gone for runs. Sandeep, मतलब there have been bowlers who have had one or two good games at the death, but they've also had very bad games. Sandeep Sharma had very good game बीच में, but then he also had bad games.
Yeah, but अगर संदीप शर्मा वो नो बॉल नहीं करता तो he would have been hands down second.
हाँ,
कोई डाउट, क्योंकि 2 बड़े मैचेस में तुम डिपेंड कर रहे हो. दैट्स I would say वरुण चक्रवर्ती. In fact, अगर numbers पे जाओगे तो चहल has done a very good job at the death. If you go on numbers alone, and he's bowled around 8 overs.
यार पहले बॉल पे ले ले तो रसल को गुगली से, जो मैं बोला था राहुल चेयर को करना चाहिए. डाला. अरे यार भाई, ये मेरे को चाहिए राहुल चेयर को करने को उस दिन यार. बहुत मजा आ जाता अगर वो हो जाता तो.
आवाज कुंडे नीचे से और 3 डेज की याद दिला रहा है मेरे को. नीचे से देखो, नीचे से.
पर मानना पड़ेगा बट एटलीस्ट इन दैट सेंस कि मुंबई उसको फोर्स फिट नहीं कर रही अब शायद बहुत जल्दी या बहुत लेट रियलाइज हो जाएगा. बट वो तो हो गया कि बैटिंग जब देनी है तभी आती है, और बॉलिंग भी जब नहीं चाहिए तब इतना नहीं करा रहे, विच इज अ गुड साइन गोइंग फॉरवर्ड. लेट्स सी हाउ दैट शेप्स अप. क्योंकि विकेट स्लो हो जाएंगे तो उनका बैटिंग नीचे नीचे जाता ही जाएगा. एंड अगेन स्काई द वे इज बैटिंग, लेट्स सी. मुझे लगता है फर्स्ट बैटिंग में इट्स मोर अ बेटर ऑप्शन टू टेक ग्रीन अप द ऑर्डर, क्योंकि फिर वहां पे यू आर ट्रीटिंग हिम एज अ लो वैल्यू विकेट कि भाई वो आउट भी होगा तो चलेगा, मेरा काम हो जाएगा. बट या लेट्स सी, गुड कमबैक आफ्टर दैट 18 रन ओवर फॉर अश्विन. इधर अगर वेंकी चला जाए तो फिर गेम वापस ऊपर हो जाएगी राजस्थान के लिए. भैया देखो, he has 3 more to bowl.
But if you think about it, they could have sent Rinku na to keep pressure on RR, क्योंकि 2 लेफ्टी रहते हैं, फिर वो ऑफ स्पिन कराए नहीं कराए, चहल से कराए नहीं कराए वाली सिचुएशन रहती. अभी it just makes it very easy for RR to execute their bowling plans.
But actually उसका मसला ये भी है कि रिंकू isn't that fluent versus spin to start with. उसका स्ट्राइक रेट भी 120. ओ भाई, ये अलग लेवल की फील्डिंग चल रही है आज.
राजस्थान have fielded brilliantly today. Brilliantly.
बहुत ही बढ़िया.
वो overthrow था, I think it was KM Asif who ran from from probably fine leg to square leg and put in that dive.
या तो सिंह कि रिंकू का स्ट्राइक रेट शुरू में स्पिन के खिलाफ इतना ज्यादा अच्छा नहीं है, तो वो स्टक हो जाता है. तो फिर अभी जरूरी होता है कि यार रसल को टाइम कम मिल रहा है, तो यहाँ पे कैसा है, रसल टेक्स ऑफ तो फिर रिंकू को भी वो प्रेशर नहीं है कि भाई आते ही मारना शुरू करना है, क्योंकि इसके बाद बैटिंग तो नहीं बची इतनी ज्यादा, क्योंकि नरेन है और फिर तो लॉर्ड है. तो आई थिंक वो एक बहुत ज्यादा रिस्की हो जाता है.
एंड शार्दुल की स्ट्रेंथ भी नहीं है स्पिन हिट करना.
AA is asking, there is still a possibility of 16 finishing and 14 alleged, 13 finishing second last. Whatever happens, it will surely make the last week very interesting. Huh? On paper.
एक चीज होगी अगर if that happens, then a point will come, and that would be कि it will actually say कि भाई KL राहुल फिर जैसे खेलता है वैसे
Exactly. I actually want LSG to continue to do well. नहीं तो फिर वो prove यही होगा इनमें. और कुछ गलत नहीं होगा, मतलब सही है.
On venues like Ikana, they need KL Rahul to play the way he does. वहाँ पर उसकी जरूरत है. On difficult wickets, if he can take up the role of being an accumulator batter and bat at a strike rate of 120, it is fine. But outside Ikana, that could be a problem.
Oh भाई, gamble, K Massive.
ये तो शॉर्ट बॉल ओ गया क्या पहली बॉल
बच गया पर ठीक है सिंगल ही आएगा
सो ओके
अब देखो
मुझे लगा बोल्ट डालेगा ये ओवर टू रसल पर देयर सीम्स अ क्लियर प्लान कि भाई के मासिफ है तो शॉर्ट बॉल टू रसल एंड देन मे बी चेल फ्रॉम द अदर एंड देन यू गेट बोल्ट फॉर हिज लास्ट
बट रसल विल गो फॉर इट कुछ भी हो शॉर्ट आए कुछ भी आए
हाँ तो ठीक है आउट हो जाएगा क्या क्योंकि ये टेक नहीं है वैसा जहाँ पे यू कैन डायरेक्टली गेट गोइंग
आई थिंक एक ओवर शायद रसल ले ले बिकॉज आज उसको मौका मिला है तो he might just take a little bit of time, although his tendency to not recognize his negative matchups is something which can be very frustrating, but I still have a feeling कि आज he'll take his time and then
I don't think so. रसल है वो ये देखो जय माता दी पकड़ अरे कोई नहीं है
बच गया
ओ भाई क्या फील्डिंग कर रहे हैं
क्या फील्डिंग कर रहे हैं
भाई दो डाई मैच है भाई ऐसा थोड़ी
so desperate
लग रहा है मतलब जज्बे से लग रहा है कि हाँ भाई दो डाई मैच खेल रहे हैं लोग
बस शर्ट के बटन नहीं खुले किसी के
ओह काफी इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन यूजी वर्सेस कुलदीप हु इज योर स्पिनर इन वर्ल्ड कप ओडीआई 2023 माइन कुलदीप ऐसा उनका कहना है माय आंसर इज सेम नो डिफरेंस
right now Kuldeep is obviously ahead in the pecking order, but हाँ मैं ये चाहूंगा कि इंडिया कुछ गेम्स दे बिश्नोई को just to see how he does because I find it very frustrating and surprising that even after the World T20 Bishnoi is not getting an eye into the squad.
बच गया भाई बहुत दो हाई रिस्क शॉट खेले बस बच गया वो जैसे तैसे
हाँ मतलब वही ये डेक वैसा है भी नहीं यार
बट के मासिफ करना क्या चाह रहा है लाइक इज ही ट्राइंग टू बोल स्लोअर वंस और इज ही गोइंग टू बोल शॉर्ट एट रसल
and I think he's just looking to bowl into the wicket and then see what variations work for him क्योंकि he's beaten the bat both times मतलब so it did not go as well as Russell thought so
this is K Massif's second game right of this tournament
this season yeah second or third
I played in Guwahati against Punjab this I remember
I think he played the first two games if I'm not wrong
yeah
first two I'm not sure Hyderabad wala but हाँ probably
yeah and yeah Paji, you
Sanjay,
can take this.
how easy or difficult is it for batters to switch roles between accumulator and aggressor? I feel 2018 Rahul was the aggressor, got dropped on the test team, changed approach, and from then on became the accumulator. Yeah, actually, now this is a very interesting question in the current context. But because if you think about it, is there really a 3-format batter going around?
नहीं अभी तो नहीं है
कोई भी नहीं
I think अभी your best bet of a 3-format batter is probably Devon Conway and I would have said like अभी तो Pant is not available but I would have said that Pant has the potential to be that 3-format batter who else
I think
I'm trying to
close
think.
I think Conway Bairstow Johnny Bairstow
yeah Bairstow na I'm still
unconvinced about his test thing.
I still think that a lot of his returns last year are due to playing on flat decks in test matches वो है I feel still that तो
but I think Sanjay increasingly we are seeing that being a all format player is very difficult and I think with time it will become even more difficult because
it will be
T20 is changing a lot.
I don't difficult to say how difficult or easy can it be to switch between roles of accumulator or aggressor but elite batters have been able to do it very well. Faf du Plessis is doing it very well these days. I think Conway can do it very well.
But for Faf, it has come with the clarity ना कि अब उसे बाकी formats के लिए prepare ही नहीं करना है. This is how he has to stay relevant.
You know, someone like David Warner was doing it in his peak. I think Joss Butler bhi, you know, is capable of doing that. And yeah,
I think what will happen is
De Villiers has been
De Villiers, of course. I mean, but अभी कोई नहीं है, वही हम बात कर रहे हैं. Back in the day,
abhi to it's impossible.
See, I think how it happens is if you're playing T20, you have to be an aggressor first, and अगर aggressor बनने लायक conditions नहीं है, तो then you switch to become an accumulator. True. And it is the other way around in the red ball.
Yeah.
Also, so ये switch जिस batter में होगा कि in T20 they have the mental capability to just start as an aggressor and then take role based on conditions. वही आगे जाके all format player.
And again, for that you also need to have a very good range of shots.
Yeah, skill चाहिए.
I think इसमें एक और चीज क्या है जैसे I have forgotten what I wanted to say. एकदम से ही मैं भूल गया. I had a point in my mind. एकदम just slipped.
छक्का है विकेट. चलो ये तो छक्का है.
6 है यार.
ठीक है दूरी था.
शॉट यार मतलब वेंकटेश अय्यर का सही है यार. 4-5 मैच में गायब हो जाओ फिर अचानक से
ये वही है जो निखिल बोलता है ना. I did not take Venkatesh Iyer in the team today. I had Nitish Rana, Rinku and बाकी बैटर्स है but Venkatesh Iyer नहीं है. And
but again you see one more tall lefty hitting sixes. That's not happened very often. मतलब और कोई नहीं मार पा रहा है पर लंबे बंदे छक्के मार रहे. कल भी मारे थे. ये क्या है? ये भी चौका. हाँ कोई नहीं है भाई. बढ़िया शॉट.
बैटिंग यार.
Venkatesh Iyer was 11 of 20.
हाँ वही है.
11 of 20 and now he's
38 of 30.
38 of 30. तो मतलब 27 runs in 10 balls. 3 sixes in between. 1-4.
Yeah, right time to get him out if you're RR. If he keeps going to he'll bat them out.
Oh, Santosh. I think we have it with us. It just has to be delivered. Avnish will be here tomorrow. He knows better about all of the logistics. But hopefully he'll get it soon. He'll definitely get it. इतना मैं बोल सकता हूँ.
Potential तो है. He needs to work on his game against swing, especially the ball coming in. I think once he sorts that out, I also feel कि for a test match opener he's a little too expansive, which is why I feel कि his shot brilliant
batting यार. What a game to just come back to runs.
नहीं एकदम last moment adjustment. I think he wanted to go towards long off, but क्योंकि ball slow आया या pitch up हुआ, he just then जैसे पंत करता है took his hand off ताकि he gets that swing fully. वरना बैट का swing शायद रुक जाता तो he might have sliced it towards long off. Brilliant shot. So yeah, coming back to Gill, potential definitely, but yeah, I think for that he'll have to shift to middle order in test matches and work on his game versus in swing. I think ODIs he's trying to do that because I felt in that New Zealand series and versus Sri Lanka, because to avoid that LBW, he was taking a leg stump guard and was trying to play besides the ball, besides the line of the ball, and it worked for him. So I'm not sure if that can work for him in test matches, but at least it shows that he recognizes कि वहाँ पे एक problem है and he's trying to figure it out. But of course time बहुत है, so we'll have to wait and see.
Oh!
But why is Russell attempting this? I don't understand. 15 run आ गए हैं over के. It's not a matchup for him. Just take a single. बाकी आएंगे पेसर, मारो उनको.
Lafi is asking, still today I can't understand what is Nitish Rana's gameplay, whether he's a power hitter or a slogger.
I don't think he's either of them. I think he's more of a conventional batter who looks to find gaps, and Baki against spin he goes for those shots like slog sweep. अब आपको slog sweep करना है तो थोड़ी बहुत power तो चाहिए. I don't necessarily think that he's a power hitter, and I don't think he's a slogger either, because I've not seen him lose his shape while going for his shots, and he has some conventional shots. And इस point से मुझे याद आया what point I wanted to make about that 3 format batter thing. I also think some batters who have done well, like जिन्होंने पहले T20 में अच्छा किया, but now how the game is evolving, and जिनका game नहीं है to be a power hitter. I think in T20 sometimes they try to become a power hitter, and that makes it even more difficult for them. Like they forget that they can find boundaries and hit sixes just relying on timing. I think Virat Kohli against spin in T20s is an example of this, because in ODIs he's still able to do well against spin, because I don't think ODIs mein he's looking to power and muscle everything versus spin. But I think in T20s he tries to do that, जिसकी वजह से उनके numbers थोड़े और खराब हो जाते हैं.
Yeah, but I think getting back to the game, 13 over में 100 run Winky's proven to be the difference, I think, so far.
Yeah.
He could really just outbat. I might be too harsh, but with 4 spinners, it will be difficult to chase 160 to 170 if there is no due.
170 तो अभी on है पूरा.
Yeah, exactly, like 170 10 carrot.
Root will have to do a Winky.
Wow, interesting. Actually कर सकते हैं, पर let's see. रसल भाई, मुझे लगता है बोल्ट एक और लेट हो गया. I don't think the second over was needed, and yep, Russell takes off.
Came Asif.
या फुल लेंथ तो मतलब पीटेगा यार रसल. उसको सेकंड पहले इन्विटेशन का जरूरत नहीं है, सेकंड की क्या बात करें.
नहीं, अगर 141 पे फुल डालना ही है तो try and go short.
I think this is the second over of Root जो है compensate कर रहे हैं. So now that fifth bowler will be done after this, but ये over बहुत महंगा पड़ सकता है. Because Bolt I think will bowl one more, Sandeep will bowl his 2, Ashwin will come back to bowl his 1, and Chahal के 2 बचे हैं.
या मतलब ऑप्शन तो है. मुझे लगता है सिर्फ अब तक यही ओवर जो ऐसा लगा है कि शायद अवॉइडेबल था, पर अभी इफ यू कैन स्ट्राइक नाउ तो मेक्स अप एंड दे गेट अ मैसिव विकेट.
अगला बॉल तो शॉर्ट ही आएगा.
हाँ, पर वो रेडी भी होगा. होपफुली पेस ऑफ हो या ऐसा कुछ हो तो टॉप एज जैसा लगे.
Do either of you want to take Rakshak's question? Thoughts behind promoting Russell ahead of Rinku?
Yeah, I think we discussed that, right? It just gives Russell the full freedom to play his shots, not worry. But I really feel Russell will get out if he just tries too many shots. But a short ball, out! Into the wicket.
But वही है, ये बॉल इससे पहले नहीं डाली गई, जब पता है शॉर्ट बॉल एक वीकनेस है.
अरे वो भी देखो, आई थिंक वेरी कीन टू सी द रिलीज के उसने डिड ही चेंज समथिंग और वाज हिज नॉर्मल पेस ऑन, बिकॉज इनटू द डेक डालता हो, या इनटू द डेक प्रॉपर अनइवन बाउंस, थोड़ा बाजू में भी था उसको, एंड स्ट्रेट टू द फील्डर. बट सो एवरीथिंग वर्किंग आउट नाइसली.
वो अलग बात है, मेरा रसल वाइस कैप्टन था, बट आई रियली वांट राजस्थान टू डू वेल टुडे.
But ये भी ना बहुत फाइन मार्जिन वाली बात होती है. This shot could have easily.
हाँ, it was very fine. It was
कहीं भी जाता, टॉप एज भी लग जाता, वो इनसाइड भी चौका चला जाता.
इस शॉट के लिए I won't really blame Russell that much, क्योंकि he had anticipated a short ball coming in, which is why he had made room, and it was a much better percentage shot rather than trying to hook.
Yeah, the
pull.
shot was on in my opinion.
तो shot was on, but ठीक है, किसी ये वही है, fine margins, fickle game. मेरी टी-शर्ट मेरे को भी नहीं मिली. Those who are asking टी-शर्ट का मिलेगी.
वो भी अवनीश के पास है. अवनीश आजकल हमारे भाई सेलिब्रिटी हो गए. कल तो पूरी दिल्ली कैपिटल्स की टीम को हैकल किया उन्होंने.
कोई मार देगा. Salt साथ में, can I have some salt and pepper?
सच में
पागल आदमी. And he's doing all of this after a loss. जीत के बाद तो players मजाक ले लेते हैं.
he told Manish Pandey well played, great now. कभी I don't know Manish ने कैसे लिया उसको, क्या सोच रहा था कि भाई ताना मार रहा है, क्या दे रहा है.
Yeah, Santosh Udupa's saying what Nikhil was saying, that he could have gotten out anytime, but the best finisher of this league is here now.
Yeah, he has the most runs in the last 5 overs this season, and I think that's the reason he was kept.
Yeah, So now do they get back Ashwin for his last over now, or do they?
Yeah.
मुझे लगता था अगर रसल होता तो बोल्ड डालता नेक्स्ट ओवर, बट अभी मेरे को लगता है कि शायद they would probably go to Ashwin first and then go to bold.
हाँ, अश्विन ने भी कैच भी पकड़ा है तो थोड़ा सा कॉन्फिडेंस ऊपर होगा।
और सिर्फ लेफ्ट राइट नहीं, हल्की सी ऊपर भी निकल जाती तो
हाँ, बहुत 3 डायरेक्शन थे निकलने के।
तो
रसल शुड कंसीडर हिमसेल्फ अनलकी।
हाँ, मतलब ठीक है, lucky unlucky, how many franchise will. Interesting actually with him and Naren also. They haven't played for more than a couple of franchises, so yep, let's see how they go. Oh भाई, चौर है क्या? हाँ, मैं बोला भाई ये चौका
इस ओवर के बाद तो मुझे लग रहा है कि केमा सिर्फ चहल का एक ओवर खाने वाला है।
नहीं यार, चहल का ओवर नहीं खाएगा संजय सैमसन। ये ऐसी मिस्टेक नहीं, संगाकारा धोनी का पता नहीं, संगाकारा डेफिनेटली आ जाएगा भाई, क्या कर रहा है तू, वापिस इसको ले।
वाइस कैप्टन है ना चहल?
नहीं, मैं बाकी लीग में तो वरुण, चहल, रणवीर इन सबको रखा है, बट मेन में केप्ट रसल, बटलर एंड राणा, बिकॉज आई एक्सपेक्ट राणा टू बोल अ लॉट। तो देखते हैं कैसा जाता है। टीम 1 से रिस्क नहीं ले सकते, बाकी सब जय माता दी। एक और शॉर्ट बॉल आउट है क्या ये?
बच गया भाई।
बट Rinku genuinely gets into very good positions against pace bowling. मतलब he's then able to sometimes, I think, because he gets into good positions, he sometimes has more than one option. कुछ lengths के लिए.
Yeah, but again, just like Venki,
मतलब अवनीश को बोलने वाला था कि F off, बस बोला नहीं उसने।
वो
पर एक्चुअली पंटर पाजी का पेशेंस टेस्ट कर रहा है, वो भी सबको पता नहीं है, पर ठीक है, उसके बारे में
नहीं, वो पेशेंस अब वो चली गई है, लाइक यू नो, जैसे एक मैंने ना एक्चुअली फॉर अ वेरी ब्रीफ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम आई हैव टेकन ट्यूशंस, लाइक 12th के बाद और कॉलेज शुरू होने से पहले, लाइक मेरे को जो सर पढ़ाते थे फिजिक्स, तो ही हैड कॉल्ड मी तो कि भाई तू 2 महीने फ्री है, एक बैच लेट ज्वाइन हुआ है, यू माइट एज वेल यू टेक देयर क्लासेस। अब 12th का ही था, कहते तू तो पढ़ भी चुका है, अभी हो गया। मैं ठीक है, मैं भी चले आता था टाइम पास। तो एक स्टूडेंट था जिसके ऊपर मैंने काफी पेशेवर, मैंने कहा भाई तेरा तो कुछ नहीं हो रहा। वैसे ही पंटर्स दैट स्टूडेंट आई लाइक, अब मैं गिव अप कर चुका हूँ कि तुमको जो करना है करो, बस चले जाओ, पीछा छोड़ो हमारा।
Yeah, by the way, we have a question for this game. Which of these two teams have a better spin attack? What do you guys think?
RR. Quite clearly. There is only one guy who's overperforming for KKR. He's actually carrying, not overperforming, he's carrying the team in terms of the spin bowling attack. Suresh is very, very raw, very young. Ashwin has had great games, only 1 or 2 off games at max. Chahal has been among the wickets. Zampa, whenever he's used well, has done well. So on paper also, and like on the field so far, so I think.
And Root is as good as a part-time spinner you can get.
Root is like
Root supersedes Rana if you're comparing directly.
Yeah. Bilkul. And today could be the day when we see both of them bowl. We saw Root bowl. Let's see if Rana bowls. But yeah, 110 हो गए. They have taken a timeout. Like Somesh, if you are RR, which you are backing, how much will be too many? इससे ज्यादा तो नहीं होने चाहिए।
155
नहीं, उतने तो हो जाएंगे। अच्छे
45
खाली
45 जरूरी नहीं है, मतलब अच्छी बॉलिंग करोगे तो नहीं भी होंगे
यार। ग्राउंड इज वेरी स्मॉल।
हाँ, पर 2 विकेट की बात है ना, मतलब इफ यू टेक आउट रिंकू एंड वेंकी, फिर शार्दुल और उनके साथ तो भाई एनीवेज जय माता दी, तो 2 छक्के लग के भी आउट हो गए तो भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं।
सी लास्ट 6 ओवर्स इफ आई कुड, मतलब अगर मैं 50 रन आखिरी 6 ओवर में सिर्फ 50 रन देता हूँ, आई वुड बी वेरी हैप्पी। आई वुड से कि 160 के नीचे, 160 तक एनीथिंग, मतलब एनीथिंग टिल 160 आई विल से कि हाँ द टीम शुड चेज इट। 170 जाता है तो आई वुड से कि हाँ मे बी एक पार्टनरशिप थोड़ी ज्यादा चाहिए, या थोड़ा कहीं पे एक बड़ा ओवर चाहिए होगा बीच में। बट हाँ, आई थिंक एनीथिंग बियॉन्ड,
see, I feel if they get about 160 170, power play becomes crazily important for RR.
Very important. मतलब it would have to be a 60 run power play minimum.
Yeah, exactly. So
170 के ऊपर I'd say it is too much. ideally I'd want to keep the total down to 160.
And yeah, Ashwin it is as expected to bowl out. So Bolt bowls 1, Sandeep 2, and Chahal 2. Barabar?
L2.
Oh, thank you, Omkar.
Hey, Omkar, but this is the name I've read before as well. But
Yeah, because Omkar's there on Twitter also. Like काफी Twitter पे active रहता है Omkar.
बिल्कुल. He's the first friend, maybe non-Gujarati friend who was at my engagement. And after the 2-3 hours, I asked him about the function के कैसा लगा. He's like, समझ में कुछ नहीं आया, but सुन के मजा आया.
If I'm not wrong, Omkar also got married last year, right?
Yep.
हाँ.
Yeah, very common mutual for, and of course.
शादियों का मेरे को रेडार मेरा रहता है.
बताओ.
कब पता कहाँ से कुछ क्रिकेट छोड़ के कभी कुछ और करना पड़ जाए तो फिर you need to know it.
अजय आंसर करो.
ये वो संगीत ऑर्गेनाइजर.
जो अपना डांस इवेंट भी फिक्स कर देगा.
नहीं, but I wouldn't mind actually joining a भांगड़ा group. मजाक नहीं कर रहा, मेरा बहुत मन है. I want to take classes, but मेरे को टाइम नहीं मिल पाता.
अरे एक आध कोई लीक छोड़ दो, कुछ बदलेगा नहीं. अगले साल देखोगे ऐसा लगेगा कि सब सही ही तो है. वो है ना कहावत, the more things change, more they remain the same. वो क्रिकेट के लिए अब काफी एप्ट है वो. कल तो नहीं, परसों के दिन संजय बांगर ने तो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में एक बहुत बड़ा बॉम्ब फोड़ दिया. बोला कि नेवर नो, आने वाले टाइम में एक से ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट सब भी हो सकता है. मैंने बोला सही है यार, ये बूढ़े गुणों को रेलेवेंट रखने के लिए किस हद तक जाएंगे.
पता नहीं, sometimes I just think कि in press conferences, in post match presentations, कभी-कभी लोग कुछ बोल देते हैं just to change the topic of the conversation, ताकि the scrutiny, like it is a distraction, ताकि जिस चीज पे scrutiny होनी चाहिए वो नहीं हो रही. आपने कुछ ऐसी स्टेटमेंट दे दिया, उस पे बात हो रही है ज्यादा.
But I won't put it beyond folks running this show कि भाई हाँ ठीक है 15 से 11 खिला लो, 15 का टीम दे दो, 11 फील्ड पर रखना वो एक टाइम पे.
पता नहीं यार, मतलब 11 when captains have had 11 players, they've not been able to utilize them well. Impact player is adding to more headaches for captains. I can totally see that. So
yep, I think 15 overs are done. We'll just make a quick sub. Akshay and Anirudh will be back. Will be here. Gurkirat and I will take a breather.
And Akshay will be normal today.
Yeah.
Also, I think last now we will not be taking score predictions. Before we go, what's your score prediction?
I'll say 155.
I'll say 160.
शाबाश. 172. जय माता दी.
चलो ठीक है.
Clearly KKR supporter.
We'll be back. I mean, the three of us will be back in the second innings. Hopefully, the game is very interesting at that point of time. Meanwhile, here is Akshay and Anirudh for you.
And
all right. Like they say, ek se bale do. Let's have my partner right now, Anirudh Suresh. So, Shaunak here. So yeah, guys, 117 for 4 at the end of 15 overs. Sort of an iffy, a middling innings for both Venkatesh Iyer and KKR in general. Like, you can't really say it's RR been through and through, but what do you make of Venkatesh Iyer's innings? 28 of 28, if I'm not wrong, so 22 of the last 11 balls.
Caught up well. He's caught up well. He's, I think, going to end up with a strike rate higher than Kohli's average strike rate, like I was telling you outside. But yeah, I mean, I think after the struggle in the first 15 odd balls, he's done well to quickly make up for it. And to be honest, like, the pitch is not like your typical 220 Indian wicket. It is a bit slow, and we can just see it. The ball again holding up on the surface, and Rinku's been kind of foxed by a KM Asif cutter. Speaking of which, KM Asif has been outstanding so far. He intimidated Russell with a couple of bouncers in the first over, and then after delivering a full ball, kind of got him with another short one. So lots to think about for Andre Russell, who seems to be a short ball bunny these days.
In general. Yep, true that.
So,
and also, guys, please keep your comments coming in. You know the drill. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends. And is that a wicket? Oh, he's barely managed to clear the long on fielder there, but both of us couldn't be happier because we want a game. We don't want them to just sort of huff and puff their way through to 140.
What did I tell you? Venki Iyer is due a big score. Boy, he's
I'm happy. Yeah. Let's hope he gets to a 50 ball 80 or something. That'll be great to see.
Century.
Huh? Oh wow, century. Wow, big words. 15 years is 1 century and 16th year 2 in a season. Why not? When it rains, it pours, like they say. So yeah, guys, please keep your comments coming in. Shaunak, if there are any comments we can take. And also the prediction contest has ended. Anirudh's predicted 168. I have predicted 189. I know a couple of people who'd be happy with my prediction if it does turn out to be right. So yeah, please keep your comments coming in.
Okay. That's not really connected.
Yeah, very weird shot, to be honest. Was that a wide? Had he missed it? Maybe.
But can we take this prediction?
Okay, this is a previous. Okay, he's predicted it before the 15th over. So Jagmeet Singh Oberoi says 172. Possible for sure. Omkar Mankame. I'm not sure if I'm getting the pronunciation right. Sorry about that, Omkar. So not a single wicket for R. Ashwin against 3 LHBs on a dry deck. Rana, I wouldn't consider him, your typical conventional LHB who has a negative matchup against off spin.
But this year he's
gotten out.
Yeah, exactly. He's been comparatively poor against off spin. But
even then,
you wouldn't. I mean, I think we might look back on that Ashwin versus Venkatesh Iyer over as the turning point of this
15
innings, and even potentially the match if KKR do end up winning it. He got hit for 2 sixes and 4. If
no, just 2 sixes and 3 singles.
No, there was a 4 of the last ball.
That was Chahil.
Rana hit of the same over. Rana hit a 4 of the last ball.
Okay,
so it was a very expensive over.
So Ashwin had 2 overs where he gave 2 sixes. So I'm talking about the first over. You're talking about the second over.
No, he just gave.
No. There was so right after the power play in the 7th over, he gave in the 8th over. If I'm not wrong, he gave 2 sixes. Then again later on, he gave. So
no, he did not concede 4 sixes. He considered there was 1 over where he conceded 2 sixes and a 4.
18 runs. And that was an 18-run over that you're referring to. My bad, I might be wrong there.
And Rinku collected a boundary. Oh my!
Excellent. And RR have been brilliant on the field. Like excellent ground fielding, excellent catching. I don't think they've let anything slip by.
I wonder what Sangha told them. Prior to the game, I mean, they're absolutely fired up today.
Yep.
And it's like, I've never seen any team put so much.
True.
It's like
they've been practically putting their body on the line.
Sandeep to Hetmeyer to Jurel to, I don't know, you name it. Like everyone is like putting their body on the line to save 1 run, 2 runs, 3 runs, 4 runs, 5 runs. It's just, they've saved at least like 15, 16 runs as a fielding unit today.
Yeah. And if we sort of come up, I mean, if we also look at the catches taken, like Jason Roy's wicket, the Hetmeyer catch, that was excellent. Sandeep Sharma to take Gurbaz out, excellent catch. Anyways, just coming back to Santosh Udupa's comment, what's the most cliched statement in IPL? 1 game at a time has been used most this season, I reckon. Trust the process. We fall that's another cliche off the top of my head. There are way too many are.
What's the most cliched statement in the IPL? Let's think IPL.
Wait, but is he talking about players or commentators?
No, I mean, I think in general, what is
so Tracer Bullet is another.
No, I mean a very lazy stereotype. Maybe like
we back ourselves to chase whatever's on the board.
I mean, that's from the players, but you can think from a commentator's perspective, maybe.
Oh, is that a wicket now? Chahal might have a second. He does. Another very good catch that. Unfortunately, Venkatesh Iyer has to go for a 42 ball 57 if I'm not wrong. And that's a very, very, very big blow because outside Lord, I don't think they have much batting to come in.
Oh, Anukul.
There's Anukul. How did I miss that? Of course, there's Anukul. But again, pushing it a bit wide, not a bit wide, fairly wide, which is his modus operandi at the death. Iyer caught the bait and unfortunately he only managed to sky it and would you say cover? Not even cover. What was the fielding position of both? Cover point.
Was it like kind of probably
somewhere in between, but excellent catch. Yeah, exactly. As long as the wicket's taken.
I mean, I do think this is the kind of wicket where you need your set batter to go on and get those 20-30 runs towards the end. So
a middling innings, and unfortunately not. I don't think the desired impact was created.
Yeah, but I mean, you would still take it.
Fair, yeah.
I mean, considering how everyone else has not really kicked on, it's been the same story. Gurbaz 3-4 great boundaries. Then the 2 sixes were from Sandeep Sharma's over.
Oh, that was Gurbaz.
Yeah,
That was Gurbaz. My bad.
So
yes,
so Gurbaz and then Rana again 25. He got to 25, then got
yeah.
out, and then Russell again a 6 and a 4, and then he got out. So
Correct.
now Venki Iyer not able to push on, but at least comparatively he got
Fair,
to at least
yeah,
57, 58. So that's fine.
Yep, and Babu Rao says RR's fielding coach getting a race tonight for sure. I'm not sure who the fielding coach is though.
But whoever gave the pep talk yesterday, they should record it and play it,
exactly.
over and over again. But here comes the specialist batter that exists in this KKR side. He's like KKR's own Aman Hakim Khan.
Amit comes with his cliche. I mean, with what he believes is the most cliched statement. We believe in the process, results will follow. Exactly. Even we echo those sentiments. That statement is just thrown around so often. We understand you guys have a process, but और भी चाहिए अपने को. But anyways, Chahal has a second. Chahal now goes to 185 wickets, well ahead of the second highest wicket taker. I mean, when it comes to all-time IPL
we
numbers.
get some front key for the bowling side. That is another cliche.
Of
They
course.
need to build a partnership here.
One brings two.
One brings two.
Yeah. And we've got a stat for you guys. Shanak, if you could have the stat on for us.
Before today's game.
All right, so before today's game, Yuzvendra Chahal was at 183, joint highest wicket taker along with Wayne Bravo, except that he'd done it in 17 fewer innings, an economy of 7.7, a strike rate of 16.9. Those are fantastic numbers. And he's already taken a couple more wickets to sort of take his tally to 185 to become the sole highest wicket taker in IPL history. And that's great to see. And what's great to see is the top 5 wicket takers have 2 bowlers playing for RR in tandem.
Yeah.
That's something. I don't think that's happened.
And you have to keep in mind that predominantly playing at the Chinnaswamy, these are just like...
Obviously, that's a third. That should be a third.
What?
That's gone, boy. He's gone for all money. How has he not given that out? Unless there's bat. Impact seemed right in front. Fairly adjacent. Okay, he's saying the ball's turned. No, man.
No. I mean,
that was a flipper. That wasn't even a leg break.
I don't think that turned enough to be missing.
That wasn't a leg break. That's for sure. That wasn't. That's why Chahal straight away went for the review. He's also saying the same thing. It's a straighter one.
But playing at the Chinnaswamy to post these numbers.
Exactly. It's a flipper off the front of his hand. Got to be gone. That's gone, man. That's gone. Unless there's no bat.
Yeah, gone. Surely gone.
Yeah. And also, outside the RCB game, has the lot done anything of note? Nothing.
I mean, he did take a couple of wickets against Sunrisers.
No, with the bat.
Big wicket of Klassen. You remember?
Fair.
But with the bat in hand, you expect this. Shardul is not. Again, Shardul is the kind of bowler, batter, the kind of player who you would not trust with the bat or with the ball, right? He's probably a multi-dimensional
He's the
player.
Indian Jason Holder.
I think that's a bit slightly insulting to Jason Holder.
Okay.
But but again, I don't know. Shardul is Shardul. He's an enigma. You can't describe him. But I can say with... we'll just take this review first.
Yeah, that's
is
gone.
It actually turning away?
No way.
No, it's
that's
not right.
gone. That's gone. What was the umpire thinking? How is that? Like, of course.
That's stone dead.
Yeah. I mean, fair. I mean, he wouldn't have known it's a flipper. He just assumed it
That's
might be
another failure for Shardul. Again, I think after that RCB match, he's has he even crossed double digits after that? I don't.
In fact, if I'm not wrong, he's not even crossed 5. I really would like to know. And Shardul has not done anything before or after that RCB game. So goes to show how.
I mean, see, that's Shardul for you. He's an enigma, and it's just what it is. But I'm just baffled that they have not used him more with the ball, because he is a better bowler than he's a batter at the end of the day. All things considered, you would at least expect him to, worst case, give you like 1 for 38 or 2 for 44 or 1 for 44.
1 for 38 at Eden Gardens, KKR would take it with both hands every day of the week.
at least he'll give you 1 for 44 on average,
That's
which is
not-
better than whatever he's giving
No.
you the bat.
I mean, KKR Pacers have bowled 102 overs before this game and have conceded runs at 11.14. So you're saying Shardul will go at 11. That's 0.14. I don't think that matters much. Anyways, just going to Pratik Kandari's comment. He has an interesting question for us. According to you, who are the top 5 bowlers in IPL history? I'm guessing he's not looking at wickets. This, according to us, who are the top 5 bowlers? And does Chahal make it? So let's put a couple of filters. Should have played at least like 10 seasons. You can't have one season wonder.
10 is okay, at least 6, 7, I guess.
All right. Do you have a name?
No. I mean, let's say that at least 50 matches. For example, at least 50 matches.
All right.
Yeah, I have Malinga's greatest, in my opinion.
Yep.
Then Bravo's there.
Yeah.
Chahal is there for sure.
Mishra would include.
I would include, I think 4 and 5 would be like Ashwin and Mishra, I guess.
Oh,
Or
Ashwin.
would you include Bumrah as well?
Bumrah for sure, man. Bumrah definitely worth a shout for sure.
See, here's the thing. I think I would put
Who else is
Bumrah or Mishra. I just feel that in terms of sheer impact, right? I know that Mishra is very extremely consistent, but I see him more like a run accumulator kind of equivalent. But
No,
I mean, I think
he's
he
a
takes a
very
lot of
aggressive
wickets.
option. Exactly.
He's a very aggressive option, but he won't win you titles. That's what I'm saying. Bumrah has won you titles, but again,
But,
it is also debatable that almost every title Bumrah has won, barring one, has been alongside Malinga.
Exactly.
So that is also there.
Yeah, and
That
they
caveat
had
will
a
always
team
be
also,
there.
like not just the bowling. It's not like Mumbai had their bowlers winning titles.
Because
Like it's a
these guys are all top 5, right?
Yeah.
If you have to go beyond them, let's discuss
Who's
tier 2 bowlers. Among them, who are the top 5 in your opinion? You'd put
Kumble I would include, but he
would you
hasn't
include
played
Sandeep
50.
Sharma in that?
Ooh, That's
potentially?
a good call. Good
Oh,
call.
Bhuvi,
Bhuvi,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, Bhuvi.
In the second tier of bowlers who are like extremely good, but probably not
Top 5 material. So
exactly.
To say.
I would put Bhuvi number 1.
Yeah, Sandeep also good shot.
Sandeep probably somewhere in the top 5. At least he's knocking on the door. If not,
He's
inside
been taking
top 5.
wickets day in day out.
Yeah.
For the last 10 years, so for sure. Who else? 50
Who
games.
else? I mean, Piyush Chawla for sure.
Nah, man, I wouldn't include him.
You would not include him.
Nah, I no. For some
But
reason.
but I would put Mamit Mishra on tier 2 again. But I would
Ooh.
put him in alongside Bhuvi, the spin bowling equivalent of Bhuvi, which is
Interesting. Okay. For
yeah.
me, Mishra is probably the most consistent leg spinner I've seen. He's even more because it's very easy for leg spinners to drop shot given the
By the way, we missed a very important bowler in the tier 1.
Narayan.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course,
I
man.
agree.
Of course.
Just
Narayan
when I started thinking of Mishra, it hit
course,
me Narayan.
Narayan.
Yeah,
Narayan
Narayan for
is-
sure.
Is like,
In terms of impact,
of
definitely.
course, I'll put him ahead of Chahal even.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Because I remember having this discussion before the season began. If you remember, we were talking about impact players and all of that. And Narayan, I mean, impact players as in not the rule.
Yeah.
Proper impact players who've created impact. Narayan for sure. He's right on top.
Rashid is also there, but
Rashid.
Rashid Khan is there, but
And
is he
he's
as
done,
good
man.
as Narayan?
Is that a wicket now?
Yeah.
If that's a wicket, that's a body blow
No,
because
no,
that's
not a
Rinku
wicket.
Singh.
That's not a wicket.
All right. But yeah, Rashid and Narayan both deserve, those are very good shouts. What about someone like RP Singh, like 2008, 9, 10?
Nah,
Pretty
no,
good.
not enough longevity to
Fair.
just one or two good seasons.
Zach
again, a consistent performer in the power play, but nothing more again.
Okay.
I mean, but if you look at his numbers overall, he still is among the best power play bowlers in the history of IPL.
Okay.
So that is there. But
Solly Locky, meanwhile, comes up with his recommendations. He says Amit Mishra, Sunil Narayan, Malinga, Bollinger, Jadeja, Albi Morkel. Someone's a CSK fan for sure. I mean,
Three.
Morkel and
that's
Bollinger
a wide, surely.
should be a wide. It seems
It's
like
not?
a wide. No,
Oh, it's not. Malinga, Bravo, Rashid, Chahal, Mishra. So it's like 90% of the list is overlapping for everyone.
But
And
Bollinger and Morkel, Bollinger
yeah.
hasn't played enough, and Morkel, the bowler, was he that good? Am I remembering it?
he's like
incorrectly?
more like a man with the golden arm, I feel. But yeah, I mean, he
was
quality.
basically that era's Andy Russell.
He's like, I'll tell you what, Morkel is basically he had like the season Mitch Marsh is having in the ball this season. He had like multiple seasons like that probably with the ball.
Okay.
So,
but even they're not
that, like,
top 5 material, or
no,
top
of
10
course not,
also.
of course, but
But speaking of Morkel,
What a
Molly
ball
Morkel,
again.
he was really good for an extended period, like Delhi and Kolkata from 11 to 15, 16. He was actually very good. Very, very, very good for that matter. Maybe in the tier 2 that you were talking about, he can somewhere sort of make the cut.
Probably, yeah, could. But who are the other overseas seamers?
McLenagan, he could be there.
Why not? I mean, yeah, but
Because there haven't been too many overseas bowlers who've sort of done it consistently. David Steen, maybe.
yeah, I mean, then you have Rabada. I think Bold.
Rabada.
Bold,
Rabada.
Oh,
Bold, and
finally
that's
he's
a six.
connected one.
You bowl a length ball and yep, he's eating it every
So
day.
I think my prediction is still alive. 31 runs near of 2 overs.
Mine is also 52.
Come on, bro.
You do realize KKR scored 52 in 13 balls against RCB.
Okay, but I mean, I'm surprised why he ditched the Yorker.
Yeah. True.
Length is bread and butter for Rinku.
Yep. And also, Shaunak, if you could go back to the previous comment, that was an interesting point. Bhaji, that was an interesting shout. What do you make of Bhaji?
Oh, Bhaji is off tier 2. I'll put him for sure.
So
I think he's a rock for both Mumbai and even the few matches he played for CSK.
True. And
he was
KKR.
Yeah, that's like a handful of appearances. But
yeah.
Somebody asked if 150 was a winning total. I think if you just go to that comment,
so Anshetty asking, do you think 150 is a winning total?
150 probably not, but I think 160 is a winning total. Could be a winning total because let's not forget Rajasthan have already failed to chase a 150-ish total once against Lucknow, and that was the turning point of the season.
True.
When after they had restricted Lucknow to 154, I think
154,
they had won 4 of their first 5 matches, and they would have gone to 10 points if they had chased it down. And they had a brilliant start, 88 for Norris of 12 overs, if I'm not wrong. They went on to lose the match after that. And since then, they won 1 out of the next 6 matches.
Yep.
So that's
difficult.
a single biggest turning point. I mean, if there ever was the biggest turning point for a team in any season, I think this could be right up there in IPL history.
True.
Rajasthan do end up not making the playoffs. So, and let's not forget, except for Jaiswal, their form is still dodgy. I know Butler scored a 90 odd, but again, in these conditions against Narayan Chakravarti and Suyash and all these guys, remains to be seen. And let's not discount Andre Russell, who always tends to take 3-4 wickets in these kind of games. So could be. And if there's one bowling attack who you can bet to exploit these conditions with slow and low conditions is KKR. They do have the spinners to exploit these conditions. So why not?
I mean, the way I look at it, 160 is for sure a par score. I'm not sure if it's a winning total because, again, let's wait. Let's see. We don't know. Maybe with Dew, the pitch might also settle in. And, man, that's hard luck. That should have been a 4.
No, that he didn't get a hand, did he?
No, he didn't get a hand. He just appealed randomly. Also, just go back to Luffy's comment. Sorry, Shaunak, I was about to read that. I'll keep Bhuvi in top 5 because he was outstanding in 2013 to 2018.
Fair enough. I mean, I can't. If anyone says Bhuvi is there in the top 5, I can't debate it really. It's just up to, because there is, to be honest, there is little argument that to suggest that Mishra is better than Bhuvi, for example. You can't say that, right?
Fair,
and,
agreed.
Yeah, and Mishra has always been, again, in the last 3-4 years, he's been like a fringe player.
Yeah, backup option at best.
Till now, he's not
Nah, not out. Anshetty, meanwhile, says, baffling from KKR. Narayan hasn't had a great season, but leg spin was his matchup. Don't know why they sent Thakur.
Fair enough. I mean, it's another...
they had Anukul as well. I don't think Narayan deserved to be sent above them.
But if you could just pull out Rinku's pace has been comparison.
Oh, yeah, it's a huge difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Yep.
So...
In fact, I remember the numbers off the top of my head. He has
great fielding again. Another dot. KKR have lost their way after the wicket of Russell.
Iyer, in fact. Like, after Russell, Iyer did score a couple of boundaries, and then after that, he's been...
Still,
and also, just talking about what you were saying on Rinku Singh, he's got a strike rate of 160 and an average of 50 plus against pace, and a strike rate of 109. Yeah. The average is still 34, mid-30 is not bad, but the strike rate, that's the sort of, a point to look at, given that he comes in at number 7. And is that a wicket now? Of course it is. And Rinku perishes to spin. He's got his third.
And we
continues his merry
get
ways.
that data also will be interesting. Rinku batting first versus chasing. Maybe
interesting. That's an interesting observation.
He's the kind of player who loves clarity so that he can pace his innings better.
So
Because
he sort of also suffers from the Mumbai Indians problem.
he did struggle in that RCB match also when he in that
True.
Chinnaswamy where
Yeah. Anirudh, if you're hearing us, do let us know what the split between Rinku's stats while batting first and batting second is. We'd love to, corroborate what Jagmeet is saying. That's a very interesting observation. And Chahal, of course, again, back amongst the wickets, he's got a 3-4. Crazy Nix had mentioned who amongst, like he'd spoken in the beginning, he said one of Narayan, Chakravarti or Chahal will have a 4-4. Who gets to it? He's already knocking on the doors, is Chahal. So let's see what happens. And guys, please keep your comments coming in. 8 balls to go, 140 for 7, 168 also seems a bit too difficult.
28 from here.
Yeah, that's.
I think KKR would take 150 from here, I feel.
Come on.
I feel they'll take 150 from here.
They should aim for 160. Rinku Singh 16 of 18 and he had 2 boundaries in that.
What's wrong with Chahal?
Oh.
He looks gassed.
Shaunak, if there are any more comments we could take in the meantime, it's Sunil Narayan back on strike. Why did it say run 78? He scored.
Oh, he's taken a 4-4 today. I thought it was his 3rd wicket.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Oh, wow. He's, yep. Crazy Nix.
Oh, okay.
Yep. We've already given you
a
shout out.
Shardu also he took. Yeah, forgot.
Oh, true. We forgot. Look at that back cliff, man. That's like Lara-esque. Wow. And wait, the stats said Narayan has 78 runs in the IPL. He has more than that against RCB alone. What are you saying, man?
Maybe 78 runs this IPL? No, he couldn't have scored 78
No. Exactly, he hasn't. By the way, Babu Rao asks, who will be the impact sub for RR? Devdutt or Parag? Parag on this pitch seems stupid though.
Could be Padikkal, I guess.
But Padikkal on this pitch is also stupid. It's not like Padikkal is some great option to have.
But I think this is a good wicket for Root, probably. If
exactly.
On one wicket, it's probably this.
Yep.
So let's see how that goes.
Oh, man.
But I mean, look, KKR will be encouraged by the amount of turn, grip, and even the pace of the wicket is on the slower side. So I think if they can somehow get a 15-16 run last over and get to like a 158, 159, then you're suddenly and get some momentum heading into the innings break, and then you're like, why not? And then open with Anukul Roy maybe.
Fair. Also, just going back to Babu Rao's comment there. See, they've got Jaiswal and Josh to open. Root's invariably going to be number 3 and Samson is going to be number 4. So whoever their impact sub is going to be will have to bat
number 3.
Number
he was
5.
Not number 3 in the previous match, so who knows?
That was because of the situation, right? They lost the wicket fairly later, so that's why Samson came in. My question is, who would you choose as your impact sub if someone had to come in 3 down or 4 down? Then Parag would make more sense, right?
I agree.
Given that scenario.
Yeah, because Root is there, I think it makes Padikkal redundant.
Yeah. So I don't see, unless they really are hellbent on having left, right and all of that jazz, again wouldn't make a lot of sense.
Padikkal is not like a renowned spin basher or anything.
If anything, he struggles.
Yeah.
He struggles more than the average Indian batter, so to say. And last over, Sandeep Sharma is bowling it. Please keep your comments coming in. Just 5 balls to go, and I hope someone's gotten their predictions right. Someone's predicted in the late 140s or early 150s. Meanwhile, we've got the stat, Jagmeet. Rinku, while batting first, has an average of 33 and a strike rate of close to 120. While batting second, an average of 184 and a strike rate of 186. Jagmeet, you couldn't have been more right. That's a great observation. Thanks for pointing that out to us as well. Wow, those are the
shockingly,
the difference is really stark. Exactly.
Staggering, absolutely staggering.
Yep. Pranav Anand meanwhile says Root will be number 4. Samson said at the toss. Did he? Oh, I don't remember. All right. But even then Samson would be at number 3.
Sure. Is that a
wow. He somehow managed to get the ball in that gap. Exactly. He just somehow managed to do that. And that's a 4. So Sandeep, after bowling good deliveries again, but you can't blame him much. He attempted a Yorker.
This is like if a batter hits a 4 off this ball,
exactly.
Tip your hat off and say that well played, buddy. It's not my fault. I bowled a really good ball.
Yeah.
That's a Yorker.
Exactly. That was pretty well played, by Narayan.
KKR dug it out properly, and there was
literally no sweeper cover, nothing. Like the person. What even is that point? I'm drawing.
That was,
long off, say thoda or square, but that's it. I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly. If you saw the field, the setting there. Anyways, 4 more balls to go. Oh, that was a hittable ball.
He's gone, is he?
Yep. Seems like
that's
seems
a
like
clean
it back.
take. I mean, come on, it's a clean take. Don't waste time.
All right,
It's a
yep.
clean
So
take.
that seems to be another wicket, and okay, so KKR at best might end up with 150, and
No, they'll
umpires
again
review.
take for ultra edge. They'll
Yeah.
check for.
They'll first see front on,
Yeah.
then they'll go to ultra edge, then they'll confirm that there's bat, then they'll go and check if the catch is legitimate. Yep. And this they do, but bloody hell, when the ball hits the bat, they don't check for LBW. Come on, like it's bizarre. It's really bizarre. So yeah, assuming they reach 150,
Mhm.
do you think is that par or is it below par?
Probably 5-10 short at least,
Okay.
considering where they were. But like I said, if there's one thing that's taken inside, I guess I think I saw
The seam position, did it move? Didn't seem to move actually, but let's see. Sneko anyway will be. Why front on? Like what? Just do this, right? Yeah, there's an X. That's it.
deflection.
Yeah, anyway, Soliloquy says, now we'll see how good Root is again spin to all those English fanboys. Wait, so why are you taunting here? Like,
I don't
English
know.
fanboys will be sort
Let's
of
see if it's a
indicated.
clean take. That's.
Ooh,
Oh,
wait,
it
wait, wait,
bounced,
wait,
yeah.
wait. We'll have to have a side-on look. Just go side-on, man.
Oh, that bounced. Surely that bounced.
We'll just have to confirm
No,
because
that bounced. I mean, look at where it.
because it's blurry. I sort of don't want to just.
See, it's
It did
clearly
seem to
bounced.
bounce. I don't know if it's sort of
And
bounced
see, he's taking it like this. He's basically taking like this. His hand movement is
upwards.
upward, which means like
Fair. I get the point.
He's-
Matlab, it's usually
it's
when
not. He's digging it out.
I
It's
understand.
not like
yeah,
he's
yeah. If it was clear, then he would have gone back.
or side.
Yeah,
like
side.
it's-
Yeah,
like
true,
this.
true. Let us see. Dude, just go
Oh
side
yeah,
on,
of course.
man.
100% is bounced. It's 100% is bounced.
True. Does seem like it's
But
bounced.
considering how
Samson?
bad the third umpiring has been this IPL, I expect it to be given out.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's hope that's not the case for KKR fans' sake. Yep. Thankfully given
Not
not out. And yeah, guys. So 3 more balls to go. How much do you think are they ending up with? 150? Will they breach the 150
152
mark?
maybe.
Okay.
I think
and,
we are seeing one more boundary or a couple of twos. I just
and
have.
yeah, you were saying, is it
Right,
below par
that's-
or do you think that's just about par?
Like I said, I think they're 5-10 short, considering where they were at the end of 11-12 overs. I think they would have
True.
wanted score close to 165, 170, but again, it's gripping and turning, so never
Yeah.
rule KKR out on these kind of surfaces. And again, RR have found ways to lose matches, so
That's
don't be
also
surprised if they lose this one as well. So
If
yeah,
they lose this one, they really, oh man, how do
I mean, if you lose 6 out of 7 matches in a season, you deserve to.
that's proper
get knocked
PBK
out.
2018 wala scene, right?
Oh yeah, this will be one of the biggest collapses ever.
On par
Yeah,
with that,
yeah.
definitely.
I mean, that even they were not this much, right?
They were 5 of 7,
5
5
of
and
6,
7,
right? 5 of-
and from there they won just 1 out of the next 7. So yeah, guys, it's 2 more balls to go. Please keep your comments coming in. If there's anything else, Shaunak, that we can take before the innings ends, probably your last couple of comments. And Shaunak, just if you could also let us know, is anyone close? Like, are there a couple of predictions? Come on, man! Like again, no one's close.
Will they get to 150?
Oh,
I don't think they're getting to 150. They are not.
The target is
Oh,
150.
the target is 150. So
Yep, that's all they could do. 149 for 8 at the end of their innings. I mean, like we were saying, it seems like they are probably
10 short?
5 to 10 short. Especially given, at least on paper, RR's batting lineup, it's strong. They might not be in form, but form can change in an
Yeah,
innings.
yeah.
So we can't really bank
it's
on that.
I think power play will be key here. RR need to get at least 60 in my opinion.
Ooh,
They need to get 60 in the power play.
why?
I feel.
To kill the game in the power play?
I mean, look, I know 90 of 14 overs might sound easy, but you never know.
Fair,
And I
fair.
know, see, the ball has been stopping from probably the first
Yeah.
first over of the match, and KKR bowlers have that knowledge now. It's down to whether they can implement it and bowl the right lengths. And even surprisingly, full balls have seemed difficult to hit. We saw even Roy not being able to hit
true.
full
The
balls.
first 2 balls.
So it's important to station the fielders in catching position so that you can, even in the power play, I think if you're KKR, try to be attacking as well, as in Jaiswal's wicket is huge. I can't even, point out how key Jaiswal's wicket is. He's been one of the best batters in the power play this season, and he scored like 35% of Rajasthan's runs in the last 7 or 8 matches.
Yeah. And
So-
also just one more thing, more than the power play, the way I would look at it is RR need to maximize KKR Pacers overs.
Exactly.
The overs of pace
But-
they'll have around only 5 to 6 because they have 4 spinners if Suyash comes in, and it's most likely going to be Suyash given the conditions.
And let's not forget also that
Harshit Rana.
they have the ability to bowl 16 overs of specialist spinners
Exactly.
and 4 overs of Nitish Rana.
If
So
required.
I'm sure they're not going to bowl more than like 12-13 overs of spin, but
The 6-7
they
overs
can
of
open
pace.
exactly. They can
Yeah.
open with Anukul Roy. They can open
Yep,
with
yep,
Harshit Rana and
true.
Anukul Roy. That's it.
Yeah.
They are, if I'm not wrong, Harshit Rana is the only specialist Indian pacer. I'm not considering Shardul.
Shardul, yeah.
So
True, fair.
Harshit
That's
Rana is the only specialist Indian pacer.
only specialist pacer. Chuck Indian.
Yeah.
Only pacer
course, yeah,
in the lineup. So yeah, the last comment, let's just take this last comment for the first inning. Solulaki says, Ashwin, 196 matches, 171 wickets at an average of 28.47. Mockle, 91 matches, 85 wickets at an average of 27.75. Albi was hugely underrated. Yeah, ek to average is not the metric that I would look at. And 85 wickets, sure, I'm not saying Albi Mockle's a bad bowler. Andy Russell, just check his wickets and check his average. I'm pretty sure he's also got a pretty low average because they bowl in those overs. They get a lot of junk wickets. Ashwin, on the other hand, bowls at the power play, bowls in the middle. And predominantly bowls at the power play and the middle.
And
My
he's
bad.
done it for like what, 14 years?
14
now?
years,
So,
my bad. Yeah. So you have to understand, A, longevity, Ashwin wins. B, the kind of overs. Ashwin bowls the difficult overs where it's difficult to get wickets. On the other hand, Mockle invariably would have had a lot of junk wickets. But yeah, to his credit, definitely, I wouldn't say Mockle wasn't underrated. Not a lot of people would consider him. Good on you. If you feel Mockle's a good enough bowler, sure, man. I don't think top 5 I would include Mockle, or even top 10 for that matter. So anyways, 149 for 8 at the end of the first innings. And yeah, let's hope they and yeah, Shaunak, anyone won the prediction contest, just to confirm? Yep, unfortunately, no one's won the prediction contest. But just to let you know what you guys stand to win in case you win it, Shaunak, if you could also show how much, just to sort of, So one is, if you can give it, you got to take it. Kohli merch. The next is also another Kohli merch. It's number 18 with Kohli's portrait or whatever you want to call it. Then there's Dhoni Review System, DRS, which is MSD. Then we've got Hitman for you, Rohit Sharma. And any other player-related merch that we can show? Yeah, of course, MSD. Yep, and these are only the player-related merch that we're showing. We also have a lot of quirky one-liners that you guys might have seen. One is having an offside day. The others control the controllables, which is a very popular Dhoni quote. So please keep predicting in all our watch-alongs and let's hope someone wins soon. And Shaunak, are we showing anything to them? All right, we're showing you our latest fan cam video that Avnish has been doing on the road. He's been traveling left, right, and center. One day Chennai, one day Mumbai, one day Bangalore. So,
alongside Akash, the cameraman.
Exactly.
So that is also there.
True. Akash has been his designated cameraman at Chennai.
With a cameo from Samir in Mumbai as well.
Yep, true that.
So, yes.
So please check the video out. Do let us know if there's anything else we can do. And in the second innings, we'll be back to sort of call the game during the power play. See you guys later.
There's literally no L, as you can see. Not tonight. Chennai not losing, and as you can see in that little board over there, there's no L in the Tamil. But the all important one is they're not losers, because today they've certainly annihilated Delhi out there. Outside Chepauk, we have both the captains right now, David Warner and MS Dhoni. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. Can you show the jersey? Warner, Dhoni warning Warner, who got warned, basically. You must be sad today.
Yeah, but they fought well, but unfortunately Warner goes for duck.
I'm pretty happy and excited, and we are almost through to the playoffs, so that's pretty cool as well.
But your face doesn't show the excitement.
It's the Chennai weather, it just saps the energy out of you, but we're really happy.
No,
But we're very happy. It's 5-5 now, baby.
Okay.
5 with Chennai, 5 with Mumbai. And I say this very confidently.
Super. Oh, what timing.
Yeah.
What timing.
It has been a brilliant experience.
So what was the best part of it? MS Dhoni hitting a 6, Pati Rana,
I mean, I
or
don't need
CSK
to
winning?
hear anything else. MS Dhoni hitting a 6.
So how was that match for you?
It's fantastic. Dhoni played wonderful game today.
MS Dhoni or Chennai Super Kings? Who's a bigger entity? Dhoni.
Undoubtedly.
Really?
Undoubtedly, yes.
So if Dhoni leaves CSK tomorrow, would you still support CSK?
No, we will not. Dhoni have to be there. Dhoni have to be there.
Whistle body.
I came all the way from Delhi to watch this match, and it was so superb, especially when Dhoni came. It's like a goosebump moment. Yeah, everyone cheering.
Adi, kaisa tha match? Acha tha? बहुत अच्छा था. Happy?
बहुत अच्छा. Fine.
And the most piteous thing is the one who is getting out before Dhoni. They're not getting pity for him. They're just waiting for Dhoni to come in.
तो उसके बाद नया बैट्समैन कोई भी जाएगा उसके लिए उधर ही उनकी मतलब वो.
It's written that this is Sandrine from France. I'm coming just for him. And I've written I love you Dhoni in French.
So today I just saw Dhoni. He was coming out from the lift and I just saw him. That was the memory I will take with me.
We're actually staying in the same hotel as them. So we've seen him quite close.
Yeah.
Apart from the trophies he has got, as a human we love him a lot. So that is something which will never go off in our hearts. Yeah.
Love it. What was your best part of the match?
My best part of the match was Patirana's last ball when he bowled a guy. That it was the best moment. That
is he Malinga?
No, I don't think so. He's Malinga. Malinga is legendary.
How is your ice cream not melted?
I don't know.
No,
idea.
is MS Dhoni controlling that?
ऐसे कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं हो गया मतलब कुछ भी.
Yeah, he's super fast captain, cool.
You know what? I thought it would have been better. I would have got to get an autograph or a picture from him, but it weren't. But I'm happy with what I've got.
Are we still in the generation of autographs and pictures?
Bro, that's a memory.
Yeah.
That's a memory for life.
फोटो में ऐसी बात तू दबाती चली आई.
I don't think Chennai will win the finals though. They have GT to face and GT is like way better than Chennai.
GT is new to this game, bro. GT is new to this game. It's like a kid in front of CSK.
Wait, Chennai won 4 trophies, but you know other teams aren't used to giving umpires money and getting 2 years ban, right?
Emotional damage.
Still we won.
I don't think.
We won 4 trophies. Even after playing less than RCB, we won 4 trophies.
What was MS Dhoni wearing? Yeah, Dhoni was wearing the gloves.
That is adorable.
I think there's no CSK without Dhoni.
Yeah.
He's the life of CSK.
My friend came all the way
From Hyderabad just to watch him.
Get in here. Why are you standing away from everyone? And he's come from Hyderabad just for this game. Is that because the MS Dhoni fan craze has taken over?
Of course.
Yeah.
Even wherever you go in India, you only see Chennai jerseys and MS Dhoni fans.
So just to confirm, you're not an SRH fan?
No. Probably, yeah. Yeah, we are rooting for Dhoni.
Only this match Delhi fan, always RCB fan.
Brother, even I'm an RCB fan, buddy. I love hugging RCB fans in the show right now. How was the game today, sir? Oh, it was good, was it? Oh, it was brilliant, honestly. RCB out, yeah, you feel bad? No one really cares apart from me, really.
Dhoni scores 1 run, people are cheering. Even after Virat Kohli's half century, people are shouting like this.
Okay, so you're comparing Virat Kohli with Dhoni?
I'm comparing RCB with
Okay, let's see the stats, dude. I don't want to take out my phone and check the stats, but yeah, okay.
But if you guys
want Gautam Gambhir, dude. Let's call LSG, dude.
Okay.
I think in terms of who I didn't expect to stand out would be Dubey. Because he's come out of nowhere. We keep speaking about him, and I feel like if CSK was Avengers, he's the Hulk.
Honestly, I mean, he hits the ball so high, and his last name's Doobie.
Probably go for a Dubey now.
Yeah, spot on.
No way. Whether home or away, DC is a walkthrough for CSK.
For one moment, did you think Delhi are going to win that game?
No way. MS Dhoni is ready to be here.
Living in Chennai, I'm not a supporter of CSK at all. Since I'm born, I'm the only one in the entire
You're
house.
joking.
Oh, please. No. I'm an RCB supporter, even though I'm really bad with it.
Good on you. I want to hear the RCB fans
I'll
for
tell you
lovely.
what.
Answer me this: who is bigger, MS Dhoni or Chennai Super
MS
Kings?
Dhoni. Chennai Super Kings. MS Dhoni.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Chennai Super Kings is bigger. Sure, right? Because he's a player, one's a team. So the team is bigger or players bigger?
He was because of him.
Ah, okay. Can you just tell everyone, subscribe to cricket.com/TV?
Subscribe to cricket.com/TV.
Who's a bigger RCB legend, Chris Gayle or AB de Villiers?
AB de Villiers.
Yeah?
AB de Villiers.
Is this even a question?
Yeah, why are you asking it? No, it's ABD. Come on.
But Gayle hit 175.
But ABD has one has more games.
Yeah, but Gayle has more man of the match awards.
But ABD is ABD.
Oh my god.
At the end of the day.
I love it. And good jersey there as well. Chris Gayle or AB de Villiers?
Yeah.
Why?
Success.
What about you?
Chris Gayle.
Yeah.
Always.
Chris Gayle.
AB de
Villiers.
ABD.
ABD.
ABD Villiers.
Yeah. AB de Villiers or Chris Gayle? Who's a bigger RCB legend? Who are these two guys? Gayle.
AB.
Love it. Gayle and AB over there.
AB de Villiers.
Yeah. AB de Villiers. Okay. AB de Villiers and for you?
Same.
My answer also the same. I think.
AB de Villiers. AB de Villiers.
Yeah.
Same.
Chris Gayle or AB de Villiers? Who's bigger?
Who's bigger in what?
In terms of being a legend out there for RCB.
Gayle. Yeah.
You're saying de Villiers? Why? Who's a bigger RCB person? Chris Gayle or AB de Villiers?
कहाँ बैठा हूँ किससे बात कर रहा हूँ क्या बात कर रहा हूँ समझ में नहीं
Biggest is Chris Gayle. Bigger is de Villiers.
You're saying biggest in terms of what?
Biggest in everything, like in his achievements, I say.
Only in achievements, not in size.
Scores also, not even in size also.
Chris Gayle.
Yeah.
Oh, same here.
Yeah.
Chris Gayle.
Chris Gayle. What about you?
It's ABD for sure. ABD.
ABD has played for hella seasons, like a lot of seasons. And he has contributed more to the team when Kohli has gotten out. Chris Gayle, whereas he's gotten out Dhaka many times. No opinion.
रिक्स लेने का ही नहीं है बिल्कुल रिक्स नहीं लेने का
AB de Villiers, during clutch moments, he's always delivered. Like, he's carried RCB almost all the time. Like, I hope his back is proper right now because the amount of times he's carried RCB is like countless.
RCB, who has a bigger legend, Chris Gayle or AB de Villiers? Chris Gayle or AB de Villiers?
ये साले लौंडे मुझे जबरदस्ती गन्ने के खेत दिखलाने ले जाना चाहते हैं
All-rounder 360, all-rounder batting.
Okay, fine, cool. Thank you so much. AB de Villiers, he says, RCB bigger legend. Who is it?
I'm not interested यार मुझे सुनना ही नहीं है
I think Chris Gayle.
Yeah. Why?
I don't watch IPL, but I feel like he is.
Okay, fair enough. Fair answer. Chris Gayle or AB de Villiers, madam? Who's bigger?
Not sure.
RCB.
Rahul Dravid.
Oh.
Rahul's such a nice guy. Stop!
AB de Villiers. Yeah. For you?
ABD.
Yeah. Everyone's saying ABD. Guys, very quick. Who's a bigger RCB legend? Chris Gayle or AB de Villiers?
I don't watch cricket.
You don't watch cricket?
Actually, I don't like cricket, so
AB de Villiers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, she doesn't know. AB de Villiers or Chris Gayle?
Chris Gayle.
Yeah.
I think it's actually both are same for me.
Yeah, but if you had to pick one?
AB de Villiers.
AB de Villiers?
Yeah.
Do you think he'll do well this season?
AB de Villiers.
Tired. Just catching this guy off guard. Chris Gayle or AB de Villiers? Who's a bigger legend?
Malayalam.
Malayalam. Why do you like ABD so much?
Mr. 360.
Mr. 360. Do you agree with him?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? I mean, you guys have seen both of them play, right? So who do you miss more playing for RCB today?
ABD.
Yeah. Chris Gayle or AB de Villiers? AB. Chris Gayle or AB de Villiers?
AB de Villiers.
AB de Villiers. AB de Villiers or Chris Gayle, madam? Who's a bigger RCB legend?
Virat.
Why do you guys say AB?
He has won so many matches for RCB.
But Gayle has more man of the matches for RCB.
Doesn't matter.
But Gayle has 175.
ABD is 360.
ABD is 360.
ABD Villiers, no, like whenever we used to lose, no, in the middle order.
Oh, we're live back again as
Venkatesh Iyer
Akshay
goes out.
chewing on something, and Venki Iyer has been subbed out, and he does not look pleased. And yes, we are going to have more than 16 overs of spin by the looks of it because Nitish Rana is opening the bowling, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, and by the way, chewing something sounds wrong. I'm having a Milky Bar, guys, nothing else. And
but yes, Nitish Rana with a new ball.
Oh!
Is he gonna? Has he?
Oh, wait!
Get first ball. Oh, it's a 6 first ball, man. What a start to the match. Oh, man. What a start to the innings. What a start to the chase.
For a second, I thought he'd mistimed it badly. But wow. He didn't even get to the pitch of the ball. He just went through with the shot.
Yeah.
Great.
And I mean, we were just speaking before the innings. During the innings break, how power play will be key because, there's a slow wicket and it's going to become extremely hard to score once the field is spread out. And, realizing the same, Yashasvi Jaiswal has just tonked Rana down the ground.
And we were expecting Anukul Roy to start, and this is sort of a very left field choice.
Probably tells you that they also realize that Jaiswal is a bigger threat right here. But let's see. I mean, sometimes matchups can go Ori as well. It's not. That's a poor ball. I mean, come on. Come on, Nitish. On a slow wicket, you can't bowl seam up.
Probably. Like that was that Imad Wasim delivery, right? That sort of drifts away or whatever you want to call that.
And suddenly the target has gone from 150 to 138 in the span of 2 balls.
Yep.
That's a horrible delivery. Come on.
Importantly, it seems like Jaiswal has taken it on himself. Ki boss, tum sab to matlab nikam mein ho, main karta hu. I'll take care of it. By the looks of it, like he's really gone ballistic and again goes down the track. Third boundary in as many balls for the Rajasthan Royals and Yashasvi Jaiswal in this innings. Practically killing the game in the first over, 134 to 117. Let's assume they get a couple more boundaries. That's the game done and dusted right there. They just need a run a ball, practically.
Arguably. I mean, this is some start. I mean, this is exactly the kind of start KKR did not want defending a low target. They wanted a 1 for 1 or a 5 for none or something like that. But 14 already in 16 already in what?
3 balls.
3 balls. They need a wicket here, man. And even if Jaiswal gets out now, I think he's done his job,
Fair, yeah. I mean, gone are the days where, batters would take their time, see through the ball. Probably Rana wanted to slip in an over and get some cushion. Oh, waits. And that's another boundary. Could this over become the second ever over in IPL history to go for 6 boundaries?
Or first was Abu Nachim,
No, Shivam Mavi.
Oh, okay,
first over. First over. Sorry, I have to correct that.
That's out of the Raina book of bowling from Nitish Rana.
Or Ashwin also for that matter. But that was... And I actually see 6 boundaries coming this over, man. With the field sort of, Oh, no.
Oh.
Somehow manages to push one
through.
through.
Boundary.
2 at least. But that's as good an over as it can get. 22 runs in just 5 balls.
1 more ball to go here.
Yeah. Our producer just stepped out to sort of serve his food on the plate and he's surprised. He's actually surprised. What? 5 balls in and 22. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's something. And he's also... Okay, no, that's not the orange cap. That's something else. That's fantasy points. My bad. But 22 runs of this over and make that 26. Wow.
Oh my God.
This could be, Anirudh, just correct me, is Abu Nachim's over the most expensive or is this now the most expensive first over? He was 27, I guess.
28 if I'm not wrong.
28 or 27, I remember. If
I'm not wrong, was like
Gale.
4 sixes and a 4, is it?
Yeah.
Or
and an extra
3
as well.
Sixes and
2 boundaries, 2 fours. Yeah,
I don't know, but
wow,
we'll find that out. But
Vikramaditya meanwhile says game over in first 3 balls. Vikramaditya is a KKR fan. Condolences. I'm really sorry about that, Vikram. And he's pretty much killed the game in the first over because what do they need now? They need 150 minus 2016, 124 in 114.
124 in 19 overs.
Yeah, so that's practically runnable.
And like I said they need to target at least 60 in the power play. Now I think they should target 70, 80. Yeah.
Exactly.
But
and should they get that? Even if they lose 2 wickets, let's say they are at 70 for 2 at the end of the power play, they just need 80 more runs in the next 14 overs. That's peanuts in modern day T20 cricket. So guys, please keep your comments coming in and do let us know what do you make of the idea of Nitish Rana coming in to bowl the first over. I mean, in some sense, it could have gone.
I mean,
again.
They
could have given it to the other Rana.
Maybe Anirudh can tell us what was Jaiswal's record against off-spin this season before this match started. So just say that
good, man.
I'm just curious to know what was his record against off-spin in IPL before today, and B, what was his record against off spin this season before today. So
I feel it was more a case of Rana trusting himself. It was more,
I agree.
More of that.
Yeah.
And they wanted to slip in and over and get in. That's what I feel.
And that almost worked in that first ball.
Exactly, yeah.
So
it seemed like he mistimed it badly, but nope.
It's a fine margins, right? T20 cricket, fine margins.
And the other Rana comes into bowl, and that's a wide to begin with.
Imagine if it went to
5 wides.
Boundary and 5 wides, 31 of 1 over.
True.
Then it would be the most any side has conceded in the first 6 balls, right? Of
for sure, definitely. Meanwhile, Sanjay Papayagiri says, "What a refreshing thing Jaiswal's batting has been this season." True, that's very true. He's been sort of on the attack time and again. Oh, I have a feeling this is the highest. Most expensive first over in the second innings because Abul Nachams was in the first.
Probably,
innings.
yeah.
Even Shivam Avi's was in the first innings.
No, Shivam Avi was in the second innings.
They were chasing.
They were chasing.
Okay, then my bad. But this is anyway more than that.
Yeah,
that could be the case.
But did Shivam Avi bowl the first over though?
Shivam Avi bowled the first over. They were 24 for no loss at the end of the first over.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Anirudh Kasargod has brought his stats. Sorry, I'm reading it off my watch. Most runs scored in the first over of the innings in IPL. RCB 27 versus MI, KKR 26 versus MI, RR 26 versus KKR, DC 25 versus KKR, which I'm assuming is this Prithvi Shaw over, and RCB 23 versus RR. This is the 5-over game where they went after forgetting who. But again, 26 runs of the first over. Anirudh just confirmed this. This is most likely the highest ever in the second innings because 27, the RCB one was in the first innings. But yeah, a fantastic start, Sanjay. We couldn't agree more. He's been extremely refreshing and very good to watch. And especially given the fact that he is a domestic batter. We expect international batters to go berserk. It's quite common to see the likes of Roy, Butler and all teeing off early on. But to see someone like Jaiswal do that, it also bodes well for the Indian T20 team and for India's 100%. T20 future. And let's hope, like we've spoken before, him moving into the national setup.
Boundary? It's not.
Let's hope him moving to the national setup does not sort of make things worse for him. But yeah, guys, like we mentioned, the stat as it's, you can sort of see it right in front of your screens now. RCB versus RCB versus MI, they scored 27 runs in 2011. It was a playoff game. And KKR 26 versus MI in 2013, RR 26 today, and DC 25 versus KKR, which was the Shivam Avi over. So yeah, congratulations, RR. I have a feeling this is the most expensive over in the second innings of a game. So
possibly,
what a day to break that record because they really needed a strong start, and this is as strong as it can get.
Can't say they really needed this strong.
They needed a strong start.
They needed a strong start.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this is like killing the game off.
But they need to do that to also sort of get confidence, right? Given that they're coming off 5 losses in the last 6 games.
This reminds me of what Newcastle United did against Spurs 2 weeks ago when they scored 5 goals inside the first 21 minutes. It was like 5-0 in 21 minutes, but that's a whole thing altogether. But don't you think Jaiswal has, probably already shown more than what Gill has in T20 cricket so far as a T20 batter? He's shown that he's capable of multiple things. Maybe I'm just arguing that. He's probably good take.
Gurbaz has been good in the
probably India's. He should be there, right? As one of the first picks in.
Shubman Gill, yeah, I agree. Like he tends to start off a bit slow. That's not the case with
what
Jaiswal.
I'm arguing is that he's not shown. He's not as dynamic as T20 batter as Jaiswal is this season. I'm saying.
True.
The best version of Jaiswal seems to be way better than the best version of Gill in T20 cricket. So from what we've seen in IPL, and Gill has been around for 6 years now in IPL, 18, 19. So not 18.
This is 18. He was there.
18, 19, 20,
season,
21, 22, 23. Yeah.
So this is his 6th season that I agree with, but I still feel.
Wow!
Man, what a wicket that! Bhai Saab. Chachan meanwhile says, wait karo, match khatam nahi hua hai. RR can choke from any position. And
what timing from Chachan.
But Russell, man, that throw seemed like just a random throw. It didn't, like there was no effort. I don't know if that was intentional, but bang on. Butler goes for a duck. A very important wicket. And what were they thinking? That wasn't... Jeez. Gone for all money there. A much needed wicket given the
fantastic
first
over
over.
from
Yeah, true, Harshit.
It's just like a tale of two runners.
Yeah, wow.
A tale of two runners.
True. Especially after that first over, they badly needed a wicket, and wow, man, Russell doing that for them.
But I mean, you look, if KKR are to bounce back, they need to ensure that they don't concede more than 50 in the power play from here, which is again not
impossible,
unrealistic or not impossible. But they need to get Jaiswal. I think the only way they can achieve it is by getting Jaiswal. But if you get Jaiswal from here, Butler gone, Jaiswal gone, Samson is really the only batter remaining.
Root.
He's on debut.
Debut matlab
He's on debut.
20 saal ka nahi hai,
He's
bhai.
on debut, and Hetmeyer has not passed like a score of 5 in in the last 55 innings or something. So,
but again, Root debut. But this saal ka hai, he's 32. Debut is
fine.
all, yeah.
But I'm just saying that if you get Jaiswal now, suddenly you plant doubts in the minds of the RR
because
side.
The way I'm looking at it, Jaiswal won't stop going after bowlers.
And let's not forget, this is a team, again, like I said, that has forgotten how to win.
Yeah, that's also there.
There is a team that has forgotten how to win, and in contrast, KKR are a side who have snatched defeat from the jaws, victories from the jaws of defeat multiple times this season, and like RR are like the opposite. They have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yep, that's very true.
But yeah,
what do you make of this call though? Like Samson at number 3, do you think Root at number 3 could have probably won? Given that spin will be of more. Oh wait, what just happened there? Is that a boundary now? Have they conceded overthrows?
I mean, Rana is laughing. What is going on?
So is Russell, and we're still not sure. Why is it taking the broadcaster so much time to update? What just happened there? Oh, it's this Thompson gone. Wait, that's a 4, right?
Yeah,
it's not SA20. In SA20,
no. Wait.
No, the playing conditions haven't been changed. This is a 4. This is a 4. Only in SA20 did they change the rules for that tournament. It is a 4.
Man, this is criminal.
But no, I mean, you can only blame them so much.
I don't
think he wanted to throw it at the stumps. He was throwing it to Gurbaz. It happened to hit the stumps.
2 direct hits.
Oh, that's a 6. And just when we were saying this has been a good over, he's conceded 10 runs of the last 2 balls to make it 40 for 1 at the end of 2 overs. Wow, man.
And it's down to almost like run a ball now.
It is run a ball. 110 or 1-8. Come on.
Yeah, it is run a ball. And I mean, it's just, I am not sure if bouncer was the best option. But look, hindsight is 2020, so
exactly.
You can't
and
really
maybe Jaiswal struggles against shot and all of that. I mean, sort of maybe factoring in. Meanwhile, Sanjay Papayagiri says 2020 under-19 team, Tilak, Jaiswal giving more players to India's T20 team than 2018 winning team, which everyone expected to do so. You forgot Jurel, you forgot Bishnoi. All of them were a part of the 2020 setup, under-19 setup. So yeah, I do agree with you. Definitely, they have
18 is like Gill, Shaw,
Nagarkoti, Mavi, Ishan Purel for what it's worth.
Yep.
And
Anukul Roy,
Anmol Preet Singh, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. 2018 is more of an ODI setup in that sense.
Wasn't Shivam Sharma also, I think, a part
the spinner?
Yeah. I think he was part of the Shaw group, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, okay. I'm not
Shardul.
Sure. And the Lord is here.
If I'm Samson, I just give the strike to Jaiswal.
If I'm Samson, I'll also go Bizarre. I don't mind being 60 for 3. Like, I don't mind taking 20 runs of this over and losing a couple of wickets. Because just keep getting
60 for 3, I mean,
60 for 3 at the end of 3. No, 60
for 2, maybe 60 for 3, I don't think they'll take it.
Come on. Okay,
I mean,
fair. I probably went a bit too far.
90 more to win with just 7 wickets in hand, bro. I mean, anything can happen.
And especially given how they sort of structure, like only 6 batters and all of that. True.
So they are yet to use their impact sub, though.
Jaiswal 37 of 9.
What?
Is that, again, I know Morris was 32 of 9.
That 4
goes to him. That goes to him. Anirudh, is this the best 9-ball haul ever? Because I know De Villiers had 41 of 10.
Rajapaksa had 32 of 9.
Yeah, so did Chris Morris. Rajapaksa had 31 of 8, if I'm not wrong.
Let's get to 10 balls. Then we'll decide.
Morris
but yeah, he has the chance to score the joint fastest T20.
Yeah, if he scores a 4 now,
joint fastest 15 T20 history and 14. Also smash the record for the fastest 15 IPL history because that is 14.
That's very easily doable. He's just 3 hits away.
No, not very easily doable. He needs 3 boundaries.
Shardul's bowling. I'm sorry.
But 4 bound. I mean,
Three hits,
3 out
next
of 4
3 balls.
3 out of 4 basically. 13.
Oh wait, 12 ball is the record for
or any format.
Yeah, in
any
T20
format.
history.
I
Like
don't think any format. In cricket
true.
history,
Of
right?
course, yeah.
Nobody has scored a 15 less than 12 balls.
True.
I guess so.
But 37 of 9, man, that's bizarre. That's more than 4 runs per ball.
Oh, that's another.
Oh! He's definitely
41 of 10.
So he's tied with AB de Villiers on the best 10 ball haul ever. I know ABD was 41 of 10 versus
Mumbai, right?
Yeah, Mumbai. I'm pretty sure that was 41 of 10. Anirudh, do let us know. I might be wrong.
And will this be the fastest Team 50 in IPL history?
Could be again. But Team 50 is still possible. Like it's possible for someone else to have done it.
2.3 overs potentially. I mean, that's just absurd.
True. It is
like,
absurd.
I'm
a
cheering.
slot ball, man.
Look, I think Jaiswal will be really disappointed if he doesn't
break the record.
Oh, that's another 4 surely.
Yes! Nice. Crazy next me by says, yeah, can Jaiswal get his 15-12 balls proper lifetime record?
Yeah.
True.
Yes, the record in T20 history, I think Gale and UV have 12 balls. Gale scored for who?
Melbourne Renegades.
Yeah, or was it for
No,
Zimbabwe, I think.
No, it was Australia. It was South Australian Redbacks way back in the day.
No. He was playing for Western Australia, if I'm not wrong. He was
not Western Australia.
He was playing for Western
Red
Australia.
and black.
Right?
Western Australia is not red.
He was playing for red and black.
Yeah. He was wearing
but
red
if
and black.
Anirudh can quickly tell us
exactly.
who have scored 12 ball 50s in T20 history.
Yeah, it's either Melbourne Stars or...
Come on. History.
He needs a 6 now. He needs a 6. Oh, unfortunately, that's a 4. But he misses out on the record. But still, 49 of 12. Oh, man. Could this be any more?
He needs a single to score the fastest ever IPL.
Yeah, true. He needs a run, not a dot ball. That's it. If it's a dot ball, then he can at best just.
Man, look at that. Oh my God.
Man. All 3 have been slot balls. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
I feel for KKR fans right now. Like
their hopes getting shattered and
shattered. It's gone. It's been completely demolished.
Okay. Come on. Just need a single. Come on.
Not a single. Just go berserk. Just hit up 6 or a 4.
Can he break Gale's record for the fastest century now?
Ooh.
Why not, right?
But the target is too less.
No, he can. I mean, bro, he's already scored 50 and they need 90 more.
Fair.
Are you kidding?
Let's see. He can break the record. He can break Raina's record. Most runs scored in the power play.
Okay, 87.
87 wasn't in the power play.
Yeah, all 87 in the power play.
Oh, wow.
That's a bit difficult.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit.
But let's see.
Yes! The record has been broken. Nice. We're happy. We're really happy because we got to call this live to all of you. And what a knock, man. What a knock. RR badly needed this. 50 in 13 balls.
In the last 4 matches, or 3 matches, right? He's broken the record. 4 matches. He's broken the record for the highest score by an uncapped batter in IPL history. And he scored now the fastest 50 in IPL history.
Wow, man. Fantastic.
Oh,
and we've got a stat for you, of course. It's the fastest century in IPL history.
50. Half century.
Yeah. Oh, I said century. Yeah. My bad. Yashasvi Jaiswal today versus KKR in 13 balls. KL Rahul versus Delhi. Versus Delhi in 2018. That was 14. And Pat Cummins versus Mumbai in 2022 last year. And that was another 40 ball century.
If I'm not wrong, I think all these 50s have come while chasing.
Mumbai's was.
Yeah,
Rahul's was batting first.
Are you sure? I think Rahul was chasing.
No. Rahul was batting first. Punjab batted first. It was a day game.
But this is so the second fastest 15 T20 history, right?
Yeah.
Joint second fastest, or
there might be someone else who might have scored.
Does anyone have a 13 ball 15 T20 history? Forget IPL.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a 13 ball 15 T20?
Yeah, and also just confirm that also for us. Like outside Gale and Yuvraj, I don't think anyone else has scored a 12 ball 50. Just confirm that also for us, and if you could. But it's been a fantastic knock. And Shaunak, if you could also sort of show Chichan's comment, we probably haven't taken that yet.
And I was joking that one.
No. Just before the start, there was another comment. I don't know if it was Chichan or someone else. We did miss a comment. 54 for 1 at the end of 3 overs. That was kind of the score we were looking at the end of the power play.
And then Jaiswal is 15 out of...
Exactly.
Man.
Yep. Yeah. Chichan says, Jaiswal is saying thumpingly to Gill, भाई तो रहने दे, अब मैं करेगा इंडिया के लिए ओपनिंग. यार वो तो कह रहा है लेकिन इंडिया वाले उसको एंट्री तो देना, तब जाके वो कुछ कर पाएगा. I don't. That's the unfortunate truth.
There's a fear. Like, oh man, don't get Jaiswal into the Indian team because that will spoil his career. We don't want. I mean, can Rajasthan buy Jaiswal like how Mumbai are buying Archer and never? You know,
and we've got another stat for you guys. Most runs for an uncapped player in an IPL season. Sean Marsh holds the record, 616 runs.
Look, 616 runs. How many innings?
11.
What
exactly.
the hell?
Yeah, that was a freakish innings.
Because this was before today's match.
Okay. And these numbers are before today's match. So 477 plus 50. He's already at 527. Is that another? No, that's
so. I mean, by the way, we are wholeheartedly rooting for Jaiswal to break Gale's record. So he needs another 16 balls to score 50 runs now.
Yeah.
Well, Gale's came in 30 balls, right?
31 or 30? 30 maybe. Yeah, that was 30. And also just going back to the stat, Shaunak. So Jaiswal is basically right now second in position. 527 runs. Yeah, he is second in position now.
That's a wide.
So congratulations.
And he's already got 500 runs for the season.
Yeah.
And still he has like what? 2 games remaining.
2 games after this, exactly. So he can easily beat Sean Marsh's record.
A minimum of 2 games. But I'm just astonished by Sean Marsh's 616 in just 11 innings.
Jeez,
basically, he's played the same number of innings as Jaiswal has played right now.
And 100 more
he's
runs.
Scored like
100 more runs. And this...
Not 100. 140.
Okay, from there,
this was before today, right?
So but then Jaiswal had fair.
This is his 12th innings, right?
So what, 477? That's 139 runs more, and this was 15 years ago. Man, that's bizarre.
But Chakravarti has suddenly bowled 3 dots now. Nitish Rana is left to wonder: should he have opened the bowling with Chakravarti?
Sort of, he opened the floodgates for RR, and Jaiswal has not looked back since.
What have we just seen, right? 50 of 13 balls.
So right now, if someone were to see the summary, Jaiswal 50 not out, Samson 1 not out, Butler 0. That's it. Wow. That's something.
Staggering.
So, please guys, keep your comments coming in, and you know the drill. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends. Do let us know what do you make of this knock and what do you think KKR could have done better to sort of, stem the flow of runs. Right now, Chakravarti seems to have done a good job. Yeah. Oh, we've got the stat there.
Oh,
T20 is at 3 batters. Oh, during the 166 run knock, if I'm not wrong, that's Zazai. 12 ball 50 for Yuvraj, Gale and Zazai. These are the only 3 batters who are above Jaiswal. And Jaiswal, along with Marcus Trescothick. I wasn't expecting him to have scored a 13 ball 50. And that's a 4, by the way. Another 4. So Marcus Trescothick, Mirza Ehsan and Sunil Narain are the only others who have scored a 13 ball 50.
So Narain has a 13 ball 50 and a 14 ball 50.
50, not 14.
13 ball 50 and a 14 ball 50. 13 ball 50 not in the IPL.
Yeah.
So elsewhere. And he has a 14 ball 50 in the
15.
IPL. 15 balls.
That's right. That's a 15 ball.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's jeez. And also Anirudh, just one more thing. Gale, who did he score it for? I know it's a red and black jersey, and it was.
I'm going Western Australia. I'm pretty certain it is Western Australia.
Was Western Australia red and black?
No, he was yellow and black.
No. He was red and black. That I know for
then it could be for Renegades.
That's what Renegades.
No, I was telling he scored a century in 30 odd balls for Western Australia, playing in the KFC Big Bash, not Big Bash League. That I remember. Maybe this is for the Renegades, I guess.
It has to be the Renegades or it has to be South.
Renegades. I think this could be Renegades, yeah.
It is Renegades. It was BPL. Oh, yeah, it is Renegades. Finch was the opening partner. It was Finch and Gale.
But he did score a 35 ball century for Western Australia.
Okay.
Not Perth Scorchers, for Western Australia.
Yeah, so this is not BBL as we know. This was the
KFC Big Bash.
KFC.
And this was the day after he went unsold in the IPL auction in 2011.
Ooh, okay.
That I clearly remember.
Okay. This is something I didn't know.
So everyone was like, Gale sends a message to IPL franchises, and that's after that only he got picked as a replacement player for Dirk Nanas, and the rest is history.
Yep.
That's the start of Gale's journey to becoming the greatest ever T20 batter in the history of
easily. Like he single-handedly changed the game. Yeah. He single-handedly changed the game. No 2 questions about that. So Shaunak, any more comments we can take? Even we need a breather right now because 4 overs. 59 this after a 5-run over. Oh man.
But I mean, I was just
Sanjay says Melbourne Renegades. Thanks, my man.
Some intrusive thoughts getting the better of me right now. I was thinking, what if Rajasthan still go on and lose this match?
Man.
That would be man.
Imagine.
Sad nobody said Comilla Victorians in here.
Of course. Sorry, Crazy Nicks.
I mean, did De Villiers not play for Rangpur Riders?
Yeah, he did. He played for Rangpur Riders. I mean, for that matter, Gale played for Mashonaland Eagles in Zimbabwe. So
all of them. Zimbabwe league was bit competitive back then.
Yeah, it was.
Tuskers and Rhinos and
Yes.
Eagles and all that.
Yeah, Lara also played for that. I mean,
But yeah, I mean, I was just wondering what if, Rajasthan still lose. So that would be hilarious and tragic at the same time.
if Rajasthan lose from here, जैसे हिंदी में कहते हैं चुल्लू भर पानी में डूब बनना चाहिए, यहाँ पे चुल्लू भी नहीं मिलेगा भाई, यहाँ पे एक बूंद पानी भी नहीं मिलेगा, बस ऐसे ही डूब मरो, बस पानी नहीं मिलेगा, ऐसे ही डूब मरो. यहाँ से अगर हारते हो तो नहीं हो रहा, नहीं, that's not happening. Sahil Nagdev meanwhile says in the next series of Yashasvi isn't opening, everything is wrong with the selectors. Full season is good, not this match.
This is pretty much the same way. I mean, who was the last opener to break the door open like this in T20 cricket? I mean,
for India,
let's say first India, and then we can think broader after that maybe. But it's just
India openers.
Oh, is it a wide?
Uttapa sort of after the 2014 season did make a comeback, but
no, but this is like
you're talking about debutants.
Man. I mean, but Uttapa was already
played and
he was a veteran by then, so I'm not really considering Uttapa. But any
Gaikwad, but hasn't.
No. This is something else, man.
Gaikwad had a 600 run
he
season.
did have a 600 run season, but there's a difference between what Jaiswal is doing right now and what
I understand.
Gaikwad had like 4-5 brilliant knocks, but this is like
consistent,
different stratosphere. This is like crazy. So I mean, I can't even remember when was the last time any batter had. This is like sky levels of breaking the door open.
Because see, he has 330s, 450s in 12 innings, and he doesn't have a century, right?
Who?
Jaiswal.
He did against Mumbai 120.
Oh yeah, so that means
another boundary.
So basically, in the 12 innings that he's played this season, 8 of them he scored in excess of 30. 8. That's 60, greater than 2/3. I mean, that's exactly 2/3.
I mean, I don't even think Gill should be in the conversation.
Yeah, no.
The only good season he's had in the IPL is with GT last year, and it was not half as good as Jaiswal's 2023.
True.
So he's okay. He's good. He's a good run accumulator who can win you like a couple of matches per season, but it's not even in the same league as whatever Jaiswal has been doing this season.
Agreed.
So
Shaw maybe to some. Oh, is that a wicket now? Oh, no, he's beaten the fielder. That's another 4. Is that the third 4 of this over?
I'm just like stunned. It's like what an onslaught, what an assault. I'm just like.
And we were just saying they should aim for 70, 80, and that's pretty much where they are reaching.
He's knocking the row. I think he's breaking it open.
Yep.
He's not breaking it open. I'm just like, I think if hopefully Shaunak has gone to collect my food, I think it's due.
Nope, I don't think he's just going to.
Has my food arrived yet?
Nope, not even close.
Are you sure there's no missed calls? Okay.
Hunger pangs for Anirudh. But yeah, Anirudh is best. Yeah, we couldn't agree more again to that, man. He is definitely knocking the door, to say the least.
Yeah.
68 for 1 at the end of 5. The game is all but done.
And crazy as it sounds, I feel like RR have slowed down.
They have, just 14 in the last 2 overs.
40 of 2 overs. And
54 in 3 and just 14 of the last 2. They should look to get to 80, man, at the end of the power play. Because it's going to be a proper spin choke after that. It's going to be the likes of Suyash, Narayan, Chakravarti, all of them bowling in tandem. It's not going to be easy to score then. So might as well just, like they say, make hay when the sun shines. So It's
so last over before we
we
went
also
back
sort of,
out and
catch a proper breath. Yeah.
What's just happened. We have not seen how the social media reacting and all
social
that.
media must be going berserk.
Our social media guys also must be having a field day.
True.
Because this is like cheap likes if you just post Jaiswal this, Jaiswal that. So
and Jaiswal is also second when it comes to orange cap. When it comes to being contenders for
look
orange
at that strike rate. Look at that strike rate. I think first is Faf, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So
Faf 158 strike rate and 5.
Faf and Jaiswal are in one league. Everyone else is like.
नहीं तो single to ले dot मत खेल Samson.
Yeah, and you don't want to be like 68 for 1 at 6.
Exactly. Don't dot it up and sort of create more pressure because Jaiswal is just going to go berserk. Just give him the strike now. Let him do his thing.
Yeah.
And Chakravarti, but again we'll have to commend him as well. Just 5 runs in the first over again another dot. That's
like he's not put a foot wrong.
True.
This season, except for like maybe.
And as we speak, he's bowled 2 full, but that's another dot.
Maybe for that GT match when he got bashed by Sudarshan.
Was it bashed as in did he go for runs?
Yeah, he did consider a couple of sixes, but yeah, I mean that's not.
It's T20, man.
I think he's not even had as bad a spell as, like, for example, Rashid Khan has had in this season. Like two, three spells where Rashid has been properly taken apart, but not the case with Varun this season. So yeah, I mean another couple of dots.
So who do you think will they go to at the end of the power play?
Suyash.
Oh,
another
come on, man.
Another dot.
This is bizarre batting from Samson. Like, why would you do that?
But
I mean, sorry to cut you there. Just look at Jaiswal's scores: 54, 11, 60, 10, 1, 44, 47, 77, 1,
literally just
24,
one failure. No? Two failures against Punjab and then against GT. That's it.
3 CSK as well, 10. And this was all in the first 5 innings. Finally.
But has he connected?
Yeah. It's a 6. It's tiny boundary.
Oh!
No. I was still confident. Tiny boundaries.
Oh.
But yeah, I was a bit too close for my liking, but I still trusted the ball to cross the line. Rinku, unfortunately, not
tried his best, but looks like
has he hurt himself? Let's hope it's not something too serious.
But yeah, I mean that's a tad too short. I mean that's too easy to pick. I mean
true.
The length. But you saw DK hit the similar ball straight to the throat of the deep mid wicket fielder. So
I'm trying to be happy. Like why? Happy thoughts.
This is similar to the AB catch if you had taken it, no? Against who was
SRH. Oh yeah. Very similar.
Yeah.
In fact, AB also, that was his attempt. He wanted to just pull the ball back, but it stuck, so he just held on to it.
And he did not step on the boundary rope. So
let's hope it's not something too serious for Rinku there. 2 more balls to go, for the end of the power play. Let's hope there's another 6 so that they reach 80. Reaching the 80 mark would be great for them.
But I'm just thinking, 62 of 23 balls. Jaiswal has played a really good knock. Like, I mean, he's played an elite knock.
Yeah.
What did Raina do that day? I mean, man. 87 of 25, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. I was mad.
87 runs inside the power play by one man.
I remember,
one man scored 87 runs inside the power play.
I remember an interview of his about that knock, but he said the very first ball that he faced of Johnson, he hit it for a 4. It was a short ball, which was supposed to be his weakness. And the way he timed it, he sort of seemed confident. Ooh, is that a 4 now? That is
a 4.
Yep, and that's the end of the power play. 78 for 1. Oh man, we'll continue the Suresh Raina conversation during the death. Okay, until they come.
Yeah.
So he was just saying how when he timed that first ball, it was very different and very unlike what he'd felt before. He seemed very confident of being able to clear the boundaries, and he just went. Oh man, that was some knock. But again, a fantastic power play for Rajasthan. 78 for 1 at the end of the power play. And I hope we don't have to come back again to call the game, for the
or if we do, it's like 30, 30 balls.
From here, we shouldn't. They need 60 runs,
It will be the biggest choke in cricket history if Rajasthan lose from here.
They need 72 runs. They should be able to do it in the next 9 overs, man. 8.
I mean, they should one to send out a statement, 2 to bowl, 3 to knock KKR out. That is
is anyway good, but they have to send a statement out, and also for their own good, for them to get some confidence.
And I would just end by saying that I will never ever forgive McCullum for that run out that day. He robbed us of. I mean, it's still
that would have been easily the fastest century.
It is still the greatest innings in IPL history,
true.
And probably among the top 3 innings in T20 history.
Okay.
And it could have been the single greatest innings in T20 history if McCullum did not run Raina out. But that's how sport works.
That's the nature of the game. That's all right. Anyways, we've got our own twins, so to say, here ready and sort of take the mantle from us. That's it from us. Let's hope, unfortunately we don't get to see you guys again. Let's hope RR finish the game in the next 9 overs. So until then, see you guys. Somesh and Gurkirat will take it forward.
And here is Gurkirat collecting broken pieces of KKR's bowling lineup.
पर भाई क्या देखा यार, so refreshing to see intent.
I was so
to be
hoping.
honest, it could have been so easy for him to slog, but he did not.
Yeah. I mean, intent, execution, skill, confidence, क्या मतलब सारे शब्द.
I was so hoping that when he was 41 of 10 कि एक 6 और एक 4 कर दे, कि युवराज का रिकॉर्ड इक्वल हो जाए. बट regardless, outstanding knock. A 13 ball 50 is just crazy.
Yeah. And you know, something that I'm very positive about, thinking that the next generation of Indian batters are all very good players of spin. Yeah, that's a very positive sign from what we have seen in the past few years. Struggling to find batters who can hit spin. I mean, if you think about it, Gaikwad can do it well. Gill does it well. Jaiswal is doing it well. Sky तो पता ही है. Tilak plays it reasonably well.
Yeah, और उसका एक और रीजन मेरे को ये लगता है because they are playing it at a time when the change is there in their system. जैसे we talked about, you know, Rohit and Kohli not facing wrist spin as much when they grew up into the development time, so it makes a difference. So again, hopefully, जैसे अनुरुद्ध ने बोला, अगर इंडियन टीम में आके वो इंटेंट चला जाता है तो यार that would be disheartening to see. पर hopefully that doesn't go away.
Hopefully.
Because कुछ players का तो हुआ है ऐसा हाल, but let's hope. But yeah, I think after this innings today, he's pretty much breaking down the door on the selection of the T20I team, right?
100%, hands down.
And I think इसका नुकसान, or you know, one player who might face the brunt of it the most is someone like Ruturaj Gaikwad, because I don't think.
वैसे भी एक ही बोलूंगा, बस T20 है तो T20 के लिए सिलेक्ट करना, किसी और फॉर्मेट में नीचे मत खिलाना. That is my only दरख्वास्त. Oh भाई, शॉट.
उम्मीद तो वही है, बट बाकी
मेरे को ट्रस्ट नहीं है थोड़ा भी सिलेक्टर्स पे. इतना अच्छा फॉर्म है यार, उसको नंबर 4 पे खिलाते हैं भाई, मत करना प्लीज.
पता है इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस में ना, ये काफी होता है कि कोई ना कोई एक सब्जेक्ट का, लाइक देयर इज वन सब्जेक्ट इन सम सेमेस्टर जहाँ पे यू नो कि नंबर्स जो है ना, दे आर जस्ट जनरेटेड थ्रू अ रैंडम कैलकुलेटर. कि किसी को, सोमेश कैन एग्री, कोई ना कोई एक सब्जेक्ट ऐसा होता है वेयर द रेंज ऑफ मार्क्स फॉर द एंटायर बैच इज से बिटवीन 60 to 75. वो बस उसके बाद ऐसे रैंडम नंबर्स होते हैं, किसको कहाँ क्या. तो ऐसे ही अपने इंडियन सिलेक्टर्स का भी है, वेरी 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 रैंडम स्क्वाड जनरेटर. 30 प्लेयर्स के नाम डाले,
तभी केकेआर ऐसे खेलती है. पर एक्चुअली
जस्ट 30 प्लेयर्स के नाम डाले, उसमें से 2 स्क्वाड्स निकालने हैं. बस आगे नाम. क्या लॉजिक है, कैसा है, कुछ नहीं मतलब.
सब ओपनर वाले एक्चुअली ना इंडियन, यू नो, इसलिए रिकी पॉन्टिंग को ना किसी इंटरनेशनल टीम का कोच होना चाहिए, बिकॉज वो हरकतें बिल्कुल वैसे करता है. सारे ओपनर सेलेक्ट कर लो और फिर उनको रैंडमली ऑर्डर में जमा लो. कि कहीं इंडिया में भी तो ये होता है ना कि सारे ओपनर्स को ले लो जो आईपीएल में ओपनिंग करते हैं और फिर उनको जमाने का ट्राई करो.
रिकी पॉन्टिंग हैज हर्ट इनफ fans by coaching one franchise. अभी उनको, you should just take a break from coaching, watch T20 cricket around the world, leagues देखो, see which team is doing what in terms of tactics, क्या नया है, and then try and follow it with whichever teams, because I'm confident that he will get a coaching stint somewhere else. Definitely, कहीं ना कहीं और तो होगा ही. Hopefully doesn't repeat his mistakes with that team.
True. एक्चुअली हम कुछ और बात कर रहे थे यार, अब मैं भूल गई. क्या ये इज दिस कैचिंग ऑन?
क्वेश्चन लेते हैं
यार. श्रीधर सिंह, डू यू थिंक रोहित शर्मा इज द मोस्ट अनलकी? बाप रे, रोहित शर्मा और अनलकी मतलब, आई मीन निखिल एंड आई डिसएग्री टू द फर्स्ट part of the
even I
got team in transition with big events due, main bowler is injured. देखो श्रीधर, I think Rohit Sharma is the luckiest player for India in this generation. जितने चांसेस टू सक्सीड उसे मिले ना, उतने तो किसी प्लेयर को, मतलब I mean I don't even remember the kind of leeway that Rohit Sharma has gotten. I think close to that would be KL Rahul in my opinion, but the thing is कि
for me it's
अजिंक्य रहाणे का भी, बट सिर्फ टेस्ट में ही ना, कि ओवरऑल तो देखो, मतलब I think KL Rahul
पर फॉर्मेट 6 साल नहीं मिले.
वो है,
वो बस है. KL Rahul का भी वॉल्यूम ऑफ रन्स वाज नेवर एन इशू. it's the way he scores that runs. तो unlucky की तो बात ही नहीं है. And I mean,
but one thing I'll say कि see, injuries are there, main bowlers injured. Yes, I agree. I agree कि T20 World Cup में they were hamstrung by injuries to Jadeja and Bumrah. I understand that, but I think उस चीज का leeway आप एक tournament में दे सकते हो. What a bigger concern for me is the shot. What for me the problem is that pattern of going back to players who you have given up on is repeating. It's like combining the worst of previous two managements. Like सबसे बड़ा criticism होता था विराट कोहली और रवि शास्त्री का कि they were very fickle and instinct पे बहुत चीजें pick करते थे and they really didn't have a process. And this management, while saying that they have a process, come the crunch moment they have done the same thing. तो आपने जितना भी process जो भी चीजें follow करनी थी आपने वो नहीं करी. You have gone back on your own word. So that is one. And MS Dhoni का जो criticism होता था as captain was that he did not want to try out new players and एक वो set of players के बीच में ही players rotate होते रहते थे. तो अभी वो भी हो रहा है. तो for me they started out on a good note. They started on a positive note कि हम players को मौका देंगे, chances देंगे. Avesh Khan was a huge beneficiary of this, जिनको काफी matches मिले. Rishabh Pant in T20 eyes was a huge beneficiary of this. But now I think they have started to lose the plot. And they have started to combine the worst of the previous two managements. And I just hope that they can get it right and players click when the time comes.
I have exactly three things to say. I mean, when we talk about injuries, I think this World Cup we lost because of the batters, not because of the bowlers. I don't really feel that in that semi-final we missed Bumrah. It's like कि भाई
I don't understand वैसे टॉस जीत के बैटिंग क्यों करी थी वो तो
जो भी है मतलब it's like कि तुम्हारे पास एक टेम्पलेट है तुमने वो फॉलो नहीं किया. Second thing is so I mean that injury part is ruled out because all the batters that you wanted were there. It's just that कि you couldn't get the best out of them. And you are not sort of brave enough to drop certain big names irrespective of them not playing for the team. Second is, I think the only big event that Rohit has captained so far is the T20 World Cup. I know we have that anchor of the Asia Cup as well, but to be honest, I mean, abhi WTC or ODI World Cup hai, and the legacy will be defined by those two events. So
Asia Cup mein, I think we can say he was slightly unlucky because lost the toss against both.
Yeah, so वही बोल रहा हूँ कि I think abhi it's too. I mean, it's just one tournament. Let's see what happens in WTC and ODI World Cup.
This is something that I remember. मतलब मैंने ये उस time tweet किया था जब रोहित कैप्टन बना था because अभी क्या है कि the desperation to win trophies has become so much कि when Virat Kohli was removed as captain or when he quit as T20I captain, the reputation or the impression was that he is anyway not a good captain. And the reputation with which Rohit Sharma was coming in कि he is a title winning captain.
Yeah.
तो जो expectations थी वो इसी हिसाब से फॉर्म थी कि अब ये आए हैं तो अब तो टाइटल आएगा ही आएगा
क्योंकि वो उतना परफॉर्मेंस तो कोहली के अंडर भी हो ही रहा था ना.
हाँ बिकॉज सेमीफाइनल्स तो आप पहुंच ही रहे थे. तो वो उसकी वजह से मेरे को क्या लगता है कि जो वो पूरा हाइप था जब वो फॉल फ्लैट करा तो उसका बैकलैश हमेशा ही ज्यादा होता है. और ये अनफॉर्चुनेटली कह लो फॉर्चुनेटली कह लो ये इंडियन क्रिकेट में ट्रेंड है कि अगर आप अच्छा करते हो मान लो 10 से 8 के स्केल पे अगर वो सबको अच्छा लगता है तो फिर आपकी अच्छाई उस 10 के स्केल पे शायद 12 पे होती है. और अगर आप बुरा भी करो तो वो उस बुराई भी एक्सपोनेंशियली होती है कभी कभी बहुत अनफेयर होती है. तो it was always going to be an occupational hazard if we can call it that.
True. And I think WTC तो वैसे भी यार IPL खत्म होने के एक हफ्ते बाद तो सीरीज ही है. 2 प्लेयर ऑलरेडी आउट हो चुके हैं. कितने और होंगे अगले 3 वीक में हमको पता
2 या 3
KL एंड उनटकट.
अच्छा मैं तो पंत और उनको भी गाऊं.
हाँ पंत तो पहले से ही आउट था तो अभी कुछ कर नहीं सकते उसका. Lastly, I just feel, I mean, if you go back in time, the best of teams never had this excuse of players being injured. I mean, the 2003 World Cup, Shane Warne was ruled out just before the tournament began, but they just won it without even
breaking a sweat.
Without even losing a single game. So
they won 2007 World Cup.
But 2007 mein, I don't recall any injury, but yeah, I mean, a team like Australia, your main spinner is ruled out. The only spinner, not just the main spinner. So
ऑल्सो एक मतलब एक चीज जो मैं कहूंगा कि मेरे को सबसे ज्यादा खटकी है एंड इट इज इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ द 3 people who have captained India in the last 2 decades. It's been the lack of planning. आपको पता है कि आप कहाँ हारे हो एंड यू कैन गो बैक टू 2015 फॉर दैट. वहां से आपका डिपेंडेंसी जो टॉप 3 पे रहा है, इट इज बिन द सेम, be it the 2014, be it 2015, be it 2016, be it 2019, be it 2021, be it 2022. इतने सारे वर्ल्ड कप अगर आप एक ही क्लियर पैटर्न से हार रहे हो कि आपकी डिपेंडेंसी टॉप 3 पे है, उसके बाद आपके पास प्लेयर नहीं है, तो आपने क्या किया उसको चेंज करने? सो द अकाउंटेबिलिटी इज विद ऑल थ्री. इट इज विद एमएस, इट इज विद विराट, इट इज विद रोहित. तो एमएस के लिए he kind of escapes that with the wins that he had in the World Cup and the Champions Trophy before that. Though Kohli doesn't escape, he gets criticized, but he still did enough to change the player's fortune. एक गया
बैट गो टू मतलब
क्या मैचअप हो जाता पता है?
He's having
64 रन्स मारे खाली 78 बॉल्स में सैमसन ने, और 3 बार आउट हुआ, ये चौथा विकेट होता. पर भाई दिन जब ना हो तो लक्स कोजी हो तो भी फट जाता है, और उस खुद ही के हाथ में है भाई. देखो
I think Gurbaz running थोड़ा सा probably blindsided him or maybe distracted him, but यार फिर भी
मतलब this should have been taken by any
because he got under the ball. He was
Narayan himself. I mean, in the last 7 games he's just taken 1 wicket. Just imagine.
Yeah, बिल्कुल. और आई थिंक जस्ट टू क्लोज दैट टॉपिक, तो मेरा वही है कि कोहली गेट्स क्रेडिट फॉर द टेस्ट फॉर्च्यून्स दैट ही चेंज फॉर इंडिया. सो व्हाट इज वेरी वेरी क्रिटिकल फॉर रोहित इज टू अरेस्ट दिस नैरेटिव नाउ, क्योंकि एज गुरकीरत सेड व्हेन ही केम ऑन देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ हुपला एंड हाइप के भाई सडनली इट विल चेंज, बट यू हैव टू रियलाइज जब रोहित भी जीता तो who he had at his disposal and how the setup was used. And when he came to India, you said that you will play a certain way. You did not do it in 21. Then you played it in the bilaterals, but come the big day, you again went back to the conservative approach on the big day. So I think the pattern has been there with all three captains, and they are all rightly criticized, because the thing is, when you have so many resources, when you have the best financially stable board or financially earning board as well, you expect opportunities not to be a concern for you. तो वहां से फिर आपकी एक्सपेक्टेशन बढ़ी जाती है कि बस इतने रिसोर्सेज हैं, इतना अगर आपको दिख रहा आईपीएल है, तो how are you able to not find the solution for it?
I mean, to add on to what you were saying, even so, problem with India over the last, I'd say 2 years or maybe even before that in T20s has been cracking how to bat first, because chasing में इंडिया को कोई इशू नहीं रहा T20 आइज में और वैसे कि it's just batting first. And when Rohit became the captain after the 2021 T20 World Cup against New Zealand, he won 2 tosses, chose to bowl first. Hardik became the captain after the 2022
in India अपन कितना भी बोलें कि bilateral don't matter, but pressure works differently.
हाँ, उसमें फैंस की भी गलती है 100%. I agree. तो मैं
when you don't win the World Cup, people are like lose bilaterals. अब इस साल they lost bilaterals also, तो जैसे अभी पता नहीं क्या जीतेंगे.
तो exactly what I'm saying कि it's a ये पूरा साइकिल ही ऐसा है, विशियस साइकिल है कि अगर आप bilateral नहीं जीतते तो there are experiment, and this is something which Ravichandran Ashwin had mentioned in his YouTube channel एक बारी बहुत अच्छे से. He said कि कभी-कभी we want to deliberate or we want to experiment, but if that experiment fails, to the backlash that will happen, that is also something which becomes a consideration, and that stops teams from
thought.
I think just to sum it up, मेरे को लगता है अगर थोड़ा communication better होगा ना टीम का with the fans, with selection, with what they want to do, so the fans will also understand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually looking forward to an explanation कि भाई ईशान किशन टेस्ट टीम में क्या कर रहा है, especially for that.
अब समझाओ, you could have a strong logic.
कुछ सेंस ही नहीं बनता ना उस चीज का.
हाँ, मतलब आपका हमको सिर्फ ये कि आपका लॉजिक बताओ, तो हम समझने का ट्राई करें कि अब क्यों.
मतलब मेरे को तो अभी वो लॉजिक पे जानना है कि वो शिवम अभी ने जो 3 मैचेस खेले वो किस लॉजिक पे खेले.
हाँ बिल्कुल, तो वही है, मतलब वो बैकलैश नहीं होगा अगर आप लोगों को ट्रांसपेरेंसी रखोगे कि जैसे मैकलम बोल रहा है कि हाँ हमको इसी तरह खेलना है. See, you can go overboard, you can undersell, oversell yourself, but at least the fans know what to expect. अभी ऐसा है कि cricket team is in a bubble and the fans are still always angry only because they never know what's happening.
And मुझे एक चीज और लगती है, by and large होता क्या है कि मतलब Indian cap has almost become a joke because of the amount of cricket that India plays. तो तुम उसको इतना thinly spread कर देते हो कि when comes the main tournament you have to go to back to big faces क्योंकि तुमने किसी को भी उतना substantial मौका दिया ही नहीं क्योंकि you had to just give everyone a chance because you were playing every other day. You can't just expect people to be available 52 days a year कि भाई यार वो हमेशा fit रहेंगे. There is an injury, तुम किसी को खिला लोगे, वो आयरलैंड के अगेंस्ट ओपनिंग में सेंचुरी बना लेगा, तो तुम ऑब्लिगेटेड फील करोगे कि भाई इसको तो स्क्वाड में लेना पड़ेगा.
और फिर तुम उसको खिलाओगे नंबर 6 पे. अरे पर जब तुमने उसको लिया ही नहीं है नंबर 6 के लिए, तो उधर खिला क्यों रहे हो?
वो भी कहा
ये बंद नहीं होगा, मैच में वापस आ जाते, जाने दो.
हाँ, मतलब ऑनेस्टली एक्चुअली बात ये है ना कि इतना ज्यादा खेलना भी it's not good.
This comment is a good one from Pranav.
As usual, Pranav is one of the most
insightful viewers. बहुत अच्छे क्वेश्चन आते हैं. I've said it before also.
Before you answer, मैं कहूँगा प्रणव, आपके क्वेश्चन सुन के आनंद आता है. Thanks.
Players this year have been so
सिर्फ क्वेश्चन पढ़ने वाला था, but
players this year have been so confident of stepping down the track to Narayan, which one couldn't have imagined few years back. They would hang back hoping they get some time to read off the pitch. Yeah.
It's a 6.
It is a 6, but छोटा सा ground नहीं है.
Yes.
6. Yeah. I mean, one reason could be that they are not very afraid of the deviation that the ball will, have after pitching, and क्योंकि frankly there is not a lot of deviation, which used to be a lot back in the day.
True. पहले तो वो केस होता था. I'm not sure, but क्या has Narayan's pace also changed? Has he become slower?
I think slower से ज्यादा मुझे लगता है he has been able, people are able to predict him. जो हमेशा नरेन के साथ आपकी हिस्ट्री ये होती थी कि you don't know what see, you knew the line that he will bowl, पर लेंथ आप प्रिडिक्ट नहीं कर पाते थे, and when you don't pick the length it is very hard to come down. तो फिर लाइन में भी फिर लफड़ा हो जाता है. This year I think it's combined with his lack of wickets and the familiarity that people have had, कि now they know कि this is what to expect and you haven't seen something new from him. And the usage, of course, see, even in the last game he was 4 overs for 29. So मतलब he's been able to keep it economical at times, but वो threat जो wicket taking था वो चला गया.
मैं क्वेश्चन ही नहीं समझा. Is Jaswal too fast for getting an oh, now I get it.
हाँ, बिल्कुल फयाज. काफी
maybe
हर कोई फिरकी ले रहा है आजकल सेलेक्टर.
I'm just thankful कि उसने 100 बनाया. अगर वो 180 या 90 होता ना, तो फिर शायद सिलेक्शन का मौका नहीं.
ये वाला 50 भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है.
नहीं, ये वाला 50 तो ओवरऑल मतलब it just proves that he belongs. 100 होने से होता ही है ना कि भाई एक बड़ा स्कोर दिख गया कि यार अब कैसे नजरअंदाज करें उसको.
Sarthak questions, do you think Rinku can be a good finisher for ICT? He has a very strong base against pace bowling, but generally takes a bit of time to play himself ill and he might not get those balls playing for ICT. I think there is time. We've already seen today where batting first or batting second उनके record, as Somesh likes to call it, chalk and cheese है. तो फर्क है काफी. और एक और छक्का. हाँ, शाबाश. तो I think थोड़ा और, I think spin के खिलाफ struggle है थोड़ा. तो very keen to see how he works on that. पेस के खिलाफ I don't think doubt है, because हमने पहले इनिंग में भी बात करी, he has enough time to cover and get into good positions. But I think finisher 2 तो बन रहे हैं आपके लिए. अब let's see who they play first.
I actually think he could be a better ODI player than a T20 player, because क्योंकि he likes to take those few balls, which sometimes can be a luxury in the format. But once he's set in, then he sets the pace very well, and his listed record is outstanding. I think he has an average of 59 or 60. मुझे actually में ये लगता है कि he could be a better ODI player than although you're right.
Yeah. Actually, come to think of it, I feel number 6 का जो slot है ना, वो है which has the least competition at the moment. I see only 2 players actually vouching for that role. One is Rinku and the other is Jitesh. I just see there is no one actually, if you think about it, apart from these 2. तुम किसी और को जिसको भी खिलाओगे, that player will have to play out of position.
Yeah, अभी तो incumbent player is already playing out of position. Who's Deepak Hooda, and Washington Sundar is injured.
Yeah, and I don't think, Washington Sundar has any credentials to be a number 6 batter at the moment. He can be. Yeah. He has the base and all, but credentials तो नहीं है at the moment.
अच्छा, but what do you two think about a number 6 and number 7 of Jadeja and Akshar Patel?
I think अभी के लिए तो बहुत करेगा.
It is a 7-8 for some reason, not a 6-7.
I won't say कि Akshar. Maybe 2 seasons ago I would have said that Akshar's not a number 7. अभी तो I think he can make a case to be a number 6. But what I feel is कि जडेजा को अगर आप बोलो कि भाई नंबर 7 पे आगे बैटिंग करनी है, बिल्कुल टाइम नहीं मिलेगा, तो it's not going to work out. If he's batting at 6, he could still get some time and then maybe do well versus pace.
Entry point बहुत important हो जाएगा फिर उसके लिए कि आप कब भेज रहे हो.
अगर आप जडेजा को 15 ओवर के बाद भेजोगे तो बहुत मुश्किल है उसके लिए करना. But if he sort of comes in at the 12th or the 13th over mark, he can still deliver. And problem is, and it's been a problem with Indian cricket for a long time कि when Akshar's bowling well, then he's not batting well, and Jadeja's batting well. Now Jadeja's bowling well, but Akshar's batting well. Although I'd say कि if we are going to compare the weakest links, I think Akshar's bowling is definitely better than Jadeja's batting at this moment. But Jadeja की bowling की value at this point of time is too good.
Actually, मुझे एक चीज लगती है honestly कि at some point we'll have to move on from Jadeja as well. क्योंकि वो भी एक 3 फॉर्मेट प्लेयर है, तुम कब तक उसे हर फॉर्मेट से
वो नहीं है. He's also 34.
That is the reason
he's
why
34
you'll have to think about a life after Jadeja.
Yeah, and he's had a lot of injuries as well. मेरा तो ये मानना है, and I remember saying it last year कि I think he should give up one format, and that one format could either be T20s or ODIs, because
it cannot be test because he is I think India's MVP in tests in my opinion
across the globe.
Yeah.
ठीक है, चलो सेंचुरी बन रही कि नहीं ये तो डिस्कस होता रहेगा. सेंचुरी बन रही कि नहीं 88
बननी चाहिए, मतलब
सैमसन पे है वैसे तो, पर अभी देखते हैं. मतलब फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, जस्ट सो दैट पीपल नो वी आर नॉट माइलस्टोन ड्रिवन. खाली बात करने के लिए बात कर.
As long as KKR doesn't finish 10th, they have overperformed. Pakka.
I have a different view to this. Yes, they have overperformed. I am saying कि अगर एक और मैच वो जीत जाते, like if they end up with 6 wins, then they may not bring in the changes that they would have to. I think नहीं, वो 100 नहीं हो पाएगी because they are playing for the net run rate.
जो already बहुत अच्छा है, but ठीक है, it's good, yeah.
So what I'm saying is that I genuinely think that if KKR don't win any games from here on, it could be better for them in the long run. Because अगर एक बारी आप 6 मैच जीत जाते हो ना, then you can give this, आप अपने आप को ये दिलासा दे सकते हो, अरे 1-2 क्लोज गेम्स हार गए, एक आध चीज ये हो गई, इसलिए हम क्वालिफाई नहीं कर पाए. And it then covers up all of your problems in squad construction which KKR had ahead of the season. So that is my view on it.
Yeah, but मुझे लगता है कि जो टीम स्क्वाड कंस्ट्रक्शन इशू फेस कर रही है, फॉर देम रीबिल्ड विल टेक मल्टीपल इयर्स, मतलब 3+ years. क्योंकि अचानक से तुमको, बिकॉज़ यू कांट
सारी चीजें नहीं आप फिक्स कर सकते. आई एग्री, बट एटलीस्ट अटेम्प्ट टू फिक्स अ फ्यू थिंग्स.
वो इट विल टेक टाइम, इट विल टेक सीजन आफ्टर सीजन. कि किसी सीजन में तुम आइडेंटिफाई करोगे किसी प्लेयर को.
आई एग्री, बट प्रॉब्लम ये है KKR has not tried to fix any of the issues in the last 3 years. अभी क्या है, they've been lucky with injuries कि they could get to sign someone like a Jason Roy.
That is a positive move in my opinion. कि क्यों वो ऑक्शन में भी कर सकते थे वो.
हाँ, तो वो एक अच्छी चीज है. I genuinely think that they need to let go of Tim Southee and probably even Lockie Ferguson, unless he becomes consistent, after this IPL. If he has a good World Cup, तो पता नहीं.
Yeah, but Lockie Ferguson is causing them a bomb.
हाँ, 10 crores.
And so is Sunil Narine. I mean, Sunil Narine is 12 crores in my opinion, if I remember correctly. If you had to pick an all-rounder for T20 and ODIs between Akshay and Jadeja, who would it be? Test Jadeja is far ahead of anyone else, but in white ball, I'd lean towards Jadeja.
मतलब before this season that India began, their home season, I would have agreed. But right now, it is not as straightforward because Jadeja is bowling well. I think you have to keep both in the squad and then play them according to conditions. Because the way Jadeja is bowling, he could be your proper second spinner and take wickets, bowl defensive lines. So it is not as straightforward. The other thing that I see is कि you could play Akshar. It might sound very radical at this moment, but maybe have him as a batter at number 4 who's a left-hander and can be taken, because उसके अलावा आपके पास सारे right-hander है और श्रेयस अय्यर है नहीं, अभी KL राहुल नहीं है. If you need someone who can take on spin bowling and he's also a left-hander, so maybe that is, and I don't think he's ever batted as well as he's batting right now. So maybe उस way में use किया जा सकता है, but ओह
अभी तो गुरबाज ने भी ध्यान देना बंद कर दिया कि ठीक है बच्चा ही क्या है मैच.
भाई सबसे ज्यादा घाटा इधर आईपीएल को होगा कि भाई टाइम आउट तक गया नहीं. जायसवाल को बहुत डर पड़ेगी आज. दूसरे टाइम आउट तक गए ही नहीं. अनलेस सैमसंग में भी 4 बॉल डिफेंड करके लेके जाए तो
ना
मत ले जाए. देखना है मुझे ऐसा. टीम को फाइन वन पड़ता होगा पीछे से.
नहीं
यार
पर
ये क्या किया तुमने.
टाइम आउट तक नहीं जाएगा तो आज स्टार वाले बाकी चीजों की बात कर सकते हैं ना. कौन सी एक्ट्रेस आई है, कौन सा एक्टर किस प्लेयर के बारे में क्या सोचता है, किसकी फैमिली आई है. आई थिंक नाउ सैमसंग गिविंग द चांस टू जसवाल की भाई कर ले
2 छक्के मार ले तो
यार. पर ठीक है.
Yeah, I mean, just circle back to the conversation that we were having earlier, like talking about bad decisions. I mean, now अगर let's assume कि केएल राहुल वर्ल्ड कप नहीं खेलने वाला है, प्लान तो तुमको यही सोच के करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि immediately तो अवेलेबल नहीं है. Now one mistake they can make is try to force feed Ishan Kishan.
They will. That's a mistake on the cards.
Yeah,
they will do it. क्योंकि they have tried to play him in place of Shreyas Iyer. Shot यार.
चलो भाई
यार 100 तो नहीं हो पाएगी. चलो
नहीं बट हाँ यार रहेगी. बट अगर 6 चले आता तो
मुझे लगा 6 था यार.
100 अभी भी हो सकती है अगर ये सिंगल ले फिर सैमसंग सिंगल ले और फिर उसके बाद ये 6 मारे.
ये ज्यादा 4D चेस नहीं है.
इतना चेस तो चहल भी नहीं खेल रहा है. पर ठीक है.
Had Rohit been the captain for the 2019 World Cup, so we've seen that at our. Yeah, absolutely. Adrian singles 100% करेक्ट. मैं वही एक चीज बोलूंगा, कभी कभी लोगों को लगता है कि कैप्टनसी एक मैजिक वॉन्ड है जो कि वो नहीं होती. Although I do believe that some captains have a juju, but
अरे
यार ठीक है थोड़ा मजाक चलता है but on a serious note, on a serious note, captaincy is not a magic wand. But हाँ, there are few captains who are a little more lucky than others, but still आप उसमें जो एग्जिस्टिंग सेटअप के इश्यूज है वो सारे नहीं सॉल्व कर सकते. मे बी शायद एक प्लेयर आपके अंडर थोड़ा बेटर परफॉर्म कर जाएगा या सम प्लेयर विल स्ट्राइक फ्रॉम एंड विल कवर अप दोज इश्यूज, जो कि आई थिंक कोहली की कैप्टनसी में भी बहुत बारी हुआ था कि वेयर टीम हैड अ लॉट ऑफ एग्जिस्टिंग इश्यूज बट रोहित द बैटर वाज सो गुड, धवन द बैटर वाज सो गुड, विराट हिमसेल्फ द बैटर. एक बहुत पैटर्न रहा है विराट की कैप्टनसी के अंडर दैट विराट द बैटर बेल्ड आउट विराट द कैप्टन सो मेनी टाइम्स, जो कि लोग समझ नहीं पाते, which unfortunately Rohit the batter hasn't been able to do for Rohit the captain. So there are many aspects to it. But अगर हम कैप्टनसी को सिर्फ इसी से जज करेंगे कि हाँ भाई कोई ट्रॉफी कौन सा जीता है, तो फिर वही होगा कि हाँ एक कैप्टन आएगा हाइप के साथ. इफ ही इज नॉट एबल टू डिलीवर देन जितनी क्रिटिसिज्म वो डिजर्व नहीं करता उसको उससे ज्यादा क्रिटिसिज्म मिलेगी जस्ट बिकॉज वो पहले का हाइप था. Which is
let me ask you a question. What if IPL never existed? तो फिर धोनी एज अ कैप्टन कैसे जज किया जाता आफ्टर ही वाज डन?
It wouldn't matter ना. He still won 2 World Cups. Independent of IPL.
फिर भी मैं बता रहा हूँ कि मतलब अभी के कंपैरिजन में नॉट
अगर
ओवरऑल तो ऑब्वियसली यार मतलब
अगर आईपीएल ना एग्जिस्ट होता तो रोहित शर्मा द कैप्टन की कभी बात ही ना हो पाती.
ओ देखो सॉरी उसने ब्लॉक किया था कि टाइम आउट हो.
नहीं यार वो उसके अंडर करा रहा है.
टाइम आउट तो राजस्थान नहीं लेना ना, वो बोल रहा है उसको बार 6. कम ऑन
भाई बढ़िया.
पता क्या है, this reminded me of another game at the same venue versus the same opposition 12 years ago. 2011 Royal Challengers Bangalore versus Kolkata Knight Riders. Chris Gale's first game in that IPL came as a replacement player for Dirk Nannes, and Iqbal Abdullah was the bowler for Kolkata Knight Riders.
Kolkata.
And Virat Kohli actually wanted to take a single, वो एक 4 चला गया, and then he played out the entire over कि भाई Chris Gale century कर ले. एक तो वाइड भी खेली थी जान के. So it just reminded me of that.
Yep. So Shardul it is. Let's see. Hopefully Jaiswal can get a turn. देखो जायसवाल भाई शार्दुल का डालता है.
आज सैमसन फुल मूड में है.
हाँ होना भी चाहिए यार. दिस इज अ प्रॉपर स्मैशिंग विन.
थंपिंग.
यार अगर कोई मतलब 14 पे पहुंच रहा है तो आई डोंट थिंक टीम्स कैन कम्पीट विद आरआर. अगर कोई भी टीम 14 पे पहुंची तो दे हैव मतलब इतना नेट रन रेट हाई है उनका. आई विल से वन अदर थिंग. दिस विन ठीक है, अभी अगर आज आरआर जीतता है और अगला जीतता है, लाइक आरआर का इतना बड़ा मार्जिन से इफ आरआर एंड अप विद 16, राइट, चेन्नई आर ऑन 15 राइट नाउ,
Chennai can't afford to
not win at least one more
because then they might lose out on top two. So this win puts a lot of pressure on Mumbai and Chennai.
Hey, for four, chalo, well done,
Well
Jaiswal, well done, Rajasthan. शाबाश भाई शाबाश.
क्या बात है, celebrate तो तब भी क्या, well done, you deserve to celebrate.
Yeah, of course deserve to celebrate. यार 2 रन से ज्यादा क्या मतलब.
यार milestone तो ये भी होता है यार कि मतलब तुमने single handedly गेम किल कर दिया.
13 ओवर में 151 चेज हो गए.
एक माइलस्टोन तो हुआ ही है.
हाँ, fastest ever 50.
So what do you think the reason for a juju happens? Arey, juju is not logical. If I had a reason, I would have not called it a juju. Juju is just luck. That's it. There is no logic to it.
Yep. So I will just
do you want to stay 5 minutes and take questions and comments?
Yeah, maybe we can.
Yeah.
Sean,
And just I think
any good questions, any comments, let's just take that.
Yeah.
Let us earn our wage for the day.
Yeah.
Because and just for the KKR thing, I don't think they lost because Rana bowled the first over. If anybody had any doubt, I think it was a fair try. क्योंकि नरेन आउट ऑफ फॉर्म है, सुयश को तुम पावर प्ले में इतना जल्दी नहीं डाल सकते. I thought it was a very brave call.
And the pitch had grip.
So I think it was just the brilliance and game awareness of Jaiswal that he just smacked that over completely out of the game. So yeah, I think just to address that कि भाई उसके वजह से तो नहीं आ रहे.
I'm tempted to say this, but अभी मैं कुछ और मैच रुकूंगा. But Jaiswal could be India's Brendan McCullum in terms of intent. Just
hopefully,
let's just hope that when
already better. He's already done better.
When the time comes, he can watch the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already played better shots in advance.
With a bigger range, actually.
Yeah.
He has more range than McCullum ever had.
I've always wondered this: if Dhawan was the captain of an IPL team and had won a trophy, would I been sad? No, you're correct. नहीं होता sideline. But abhi in the last 3-4 games, he has shown that there is a reason why he's not been a captain.
Yeah, captain. Fairly. And I think it is weird, what do you want to put it on? But sometimes it's just some people don't have the natural instinct at times when they're in the leader to read the pulse of the game. And I think that's where most of the captains struggle to read the pulse. Okay, what is now to anticipate what the batter is going to do, which is again just weird. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, Sanjay saying, do you think Tewatia should get a call up given he has been successful since 2020 and whatever chances he got, can bowl too? Not sure about his bowling, but actually I should mention that I said that there are only 2 players that come to mind. Tewatia should be there in the conversation as well because, I mean, yeah, usse jo bhi expectation is always just parked with flying colors.
I say that I associate Rahul Tewatia with 3 C's: confidence, clarity, and
charisma.
थर्ड भूल गया यार, मैंने उस ट्वीट भी फॉर्म करी थी, मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा. This confidence, clarity, and क्या था? Was it conviction or was it something else? I can't remember. But yes, I think he has a.
ये आंसर करो.
यार आज कैसे गुस्सा हो सकते हैं मतलब? Of course.
I would just say he was in a hurry to come back to strike. मतलब उसे strike चाहिए थी. आज वो इस mood में था कि करनी है. मतलब usually run out happens because there is a batter out there who wants to get off strike. कि वो मार के कि नहीं मुझे भागना है. यहाँ उल्टा हुआ. Jaiswal wanted to come to the strike.
And you have to remember, this is Joss Butler. Butler sacrificed his wicket for a 21-year-old because he's in the form of his life. So, मतलब बड़ा काम नहीं किया. You play for the team, and that's what Joss did. So yeah, well done to Joss also.
Yeah, but yet again, Joe Root doesn't get the chance to bat.
I actually want to see him bat, matlab, genuinely. What do you think of Hardik, the captain? Apart from sab main karunga attitude, how do you rate him? One thing that I liked about him, which I mentioned last season or this season. Last season, he was upfront to acknowledge that Gujarat have been lucky. Very few captains would have done that. Very few. So he deserves credit for that. And Jaisa, the game that they lost to Delhi, he again owned up that it was his responsibility and he couldn't finish it off. Because I've seen captains make very weird excuses. I genuinely think some other captain or a there are a few captains who would have said that we did not bowl well, we allowed them to get to 130 from 23 for 5. So I think इस way में he has awareness कि हाँ भाई कौन कुछ चीजें हैं जो सही नहीं भी हुई, but they have worked out in some way, और कहाँ खुद की गलतियां हुई हैं. And this season he has resisted the temptation to bowl. I hope it's a voluntary call and it's not to do something with his fitness, because if that is the case then we all should be worried. So हाँ वो है that sometimes I still think that he takes too much upon himself, but it is changing, albeit slowly.
There's one more thing. I mean, I don't know how much of a credit should be given to Hardik or the team overall, that there is a lot of role clarity in Gujarat.
100%.
Which is not often associated with teams who've been part of the league for 15 years, let alone a new team, which is, I mean, last year with this will be very clear. I mean, players know what is expected out of them, and they just stick to their roles, which is very good. Which is often what happens with Chennai. You know, I mean, a lot of people actually say that Nehra and Hardik, it's like best of Mumbai and best of Chennai have combined. And this is what Gujarat, and they're just making a mockery of this tournament. Yeah, pehle saal jeet gaye, is saal it's like teams are actually, I mean, even I am thinking how you can beat them. You can actually just hope, pray कि भाई for a lot of players have an off day, या फिर तुम्हारे player कोई जयसवाल type जैसे आज एक ऐसा knock खेलने out of this world.
You need 2 good batting performances from your team, and then you have to bowl.
Yeah, and then those batting performances will come if their bowlers will have an off day. You need Shami to have that rare off day, which often comes around
not
in a tournament.
मतलब अगर some days, मतलब I think कभी-कभी ऐसा भी होता है कि if someone like Jaiswal is on song, right? अगर आपने अच्छी बॉल भी डाली है, right, in the first over, but you have still been driven for 3 boundaries, then as a bowler, अगर आपका start अच्छा भी हुआ है, rhythm भी हुआ है, तो आपकी line length disturb कर दी जाती है. That can happen. That a classic example जो मैं बहुत बारी इसका use करता हूँ is that was what Virender Sehwag did to Umar Gul in that 2011 World Cup semi-final, because Umar Gul was Pakistan's best bowler coming into that semi-final, and after he was hit for those 5 boundaries by Virender Sehwag, Umar Gul struggled right throughout the game. Even when he came to bowl in the death overs, when Suresh Raina was batting with Harbhajan, Zahir, Ashish Nehra, कभी पैर पे बॉल डाल रहे हैं, कभी full toss outside the off stump with fielders inside the circle. So वो भी होता है.
And actually, this is what baseball is all about. कि भाई इतना move
attack
करो.
on line and length.
हाँ, attack on length more than line. कि मतलब कि तुम disturb ही कर दो bowler को कि good length doesn't remain a good length anymore. Adyan saying we are celebrating Jaiswal this season, and May saying that they should be in the Indian team and for the 2024 World Cup as well. But I feel that players will be picked on the basis of IPL 2024.
हाँ वो तो है ही, because the World Cup still far off, and you want to consider and take the recent form into consideration. But हाँ, the hope is that if you bring in Jaiswal now, and if he continues to do well, then you want him to be there. So that's that.
The thing is, if he's not included now, then chances of him being included next year after the IPL, that becomes even more tougher. अभी से लेकर तब तक इंडिया एटलीस्ट 10 मैच तो खेल लेगी,
also
ज्यादा ही खेल लेगी.
Important ये भी होता है कि when players are given their chances, they are in good form. So because then you are giving them the best chance to succeed. कभी-कभी आप players को ले आते हो out of bewilderness, and they've not played a lot, and then to expect them to fire straight away is, I think, a little unrealistic.
Yeah, I mean, I think an example of this would be Rahul Tripathi, because he was कभी मतलब जब बिल्कुल straight out of good form नहीं लिया, अभी जब बीच में जब World Cup में नहीं चले, and then you were like, yeah, he's done well,
अब तो लेना ही
पड़ेगा, और अब अगर उसको drop कर दोगे, that is also harsh, because he has been part of a struggling team जिसमें होता है. Going back to Chushan's question about Shaw, I think अभी तो I think way down the pecking order.
This season he's not scored 50 runs, and overall IPL average is what I think around 23, and I think the last innings that he scored a 50 was versus Kolkata when Delhi played Kolkata in Brabon last season in IPL 50. So there has been some 15 innings since he reached a 50. So he's just had too many struggles, and I genuinely think and believe that he should be working on his fitness. Because if you're a 22-year-old and the team is having you as an impact sub, clearly they don't trust you or fielding.
Absolutely. Last time lucky, this time most likely for their bowling attack. If opposition teams want to target a bowler, it's either Hardik, Little or Zai. That's the quality. Yeah, that's true.
I think if ball is not swinging, or just play out Shami's first
over. Yeah, उसके बाद Shami, you have to disturb his length. नहीं तो फिर तो
because he has a robotic accuracy. अगर आपने उनकी accuracy पे नहीं attack किया, तो फिर there is no way.
Vishal, Bastav's cousin. Sometimes KKR has worst bowling lineup. Sometimes presented was Rana's first over move was the worst decision ever. I think it is made to look a very bad decision. इतना कुछ बुरा भी नहीं था वो.
Nikhil has already spoken on it. Nikhil, if you want to elaborate.
नहीं सर, देखो वर्स्ट बॉलिंग लाइनअप अगर आप देखें इस बॉलिंग लाइनअप में है कौन विकेट टेकर? एक ही बंदा है. रेस्ट हैव ऑल कंट्रीब्यूटेड एट टाइम्स. हर्षित राणा डिड वेल एट टाइम्स. सुयश पहला सीजन खेल रहा है. वैभव वोरा तो आज नहीं खेला. शार्दुल ठाकुर है, उनसे आप वैसे भी आधा टाइम बॉलिंग कराते नहीं. वो स्पेशलिस्ट नंबर 3 जैसा खेलता है. कभी कभी तो आता भी नहीं खेलने को.
स्पेशलिस्ट
अगर एक पता नहीं क्या जो भी है, पर लॉर्ड है. और इनवेरिएबली अगर आप जैसे मैंने कहा अगर रिस्क लेना था, नरेन फॉर्म में नहीं है, वरुण आपको चाहिए, तो जो एज ओल्ड टैक्टिक होती है कि पहले ओवर में ट्राई करो कि अगर ग्रिप से विकेट मिल जाती है तो. और जायसवाल भी अटैक कर रहा था. तो द थिंग इज जायसवाल जिस फॉर्म में है, इट वर्कड फॉर जायसवाल एंड जायसवाल टुक द राइट रिस्क. तो उसमें रिवॉर्ड भी उनको उसका मिला. तो आई डोंट थिंक वो ऐसा भी नहीं है कि वो अगर 10-12 रन के लिए जाता तो भी वो अच्छा मूव होता या बुरा मूव होता. द टोटल वाज नेवर गोइंग टू बी इनफ, क्योंकि द काइंड ऑफ बैटिंग दैट आरआर हैव, द डेप्थ दैट दे हैव. तो वैसे ही 15-20 रन कम थे. दैट ओवर जस्ट प्रोबेबली नलिफाइड एनी मोमेंटम, एनी चांस दैट केकेआर हैड, क्योंकि उसके बाद they could take their time. और जब sometimes we always have a tendency to find a answer, but sometimes the answer is the opponent. कि आज चहल bowled very well, आज जायसवाल batted best that he has maybe in the season, and you have to give him the credit than blame somebody else. So I think उनकी bowling attack तो वैसे भी कारण था, इसीलिए तो हम सब कह रहे थे कि how is this side constructed like this. तो it was just an illustration of the same कि भाई बहुत क्या, अगर आप एज भी निकालो सबकी, कितने एवरेज गेम खेले होंगे, ज्यादा नहीं होगा यार. इस पेस अटैक ही नहीं पहले तो.
पेस अटैक तो है ही नहीं उसमें भी. आंद्रे रसल हैज चिप्ड इन अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स. सो और बाकी आई थिंक युजवेंद्र चहल स्पेल वाज सो गुड दैट ही मेड अ डिफरेंस ऑफ 20 runs in the eventual total, and on some other day, with a spell of 4 for 24, he would have won player of the match hands down. And probably now
वो लिटिन दा स्टंपिंग कर लेता तो राणा उस गेम का मैन ऑफ द मैच होता फिर. मतलब
हाँ.
हाँ फिर and also I mean पेस अटैक क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि ओपनिंग पेयर नहीं है. अगर ओपनिंग पेयर नॉर्मल होता तो शायद पेस अटैक में कोई एक प्लेयर, एक ओवरसीज प्लेयर खिला सकता था.
ये मेरा फेवरेट क्वेश्चन है.
क्या टेक ऑन
बासरा के लिए मेरे पास बहुत ही ज्यादा टाइम है. और वो इसलिए क्योंकि जो ब्रॉडकास्टर्स हैं और बाकी लोग हैं, दे स्पेंड any time that they spend on Basra is completely useless. Because see, Basra, लोगों को ये समझना पड़ेगा what is Basra exactly. It is an addition of your batting average and batting strike rate. But mathematically you can never add these two quantities, because आप वो दो चीजें ऐड ही नहीं कर सकते जिनके यूनिट्स अलग हैं. आप अपनी कार की एवरेज और स्पीड कभी नहीं ऐड करोगे, because it gives you nothing. आपकी बॉडी का वेट एंड हाइट doesn't give you anything. So to add these two things,
तो वही पूछ रहे हैं उसके अलावा if you have any way to measure the value.
It should never be an impact. It doesn't make sense mathematically. Cricketing sense wise, it doesn't make sense, because it could give you a Basra of 180 if you have a average of 80 and a strike rate of 100, and we know it doesn't make sense. We can't have it. I think the metric that quantifies is basically you need to have cutoffs. I believe मेरा ये personal metric है that the minimum average for any specialist batter has to be 30, and the minimum strike rate has to be between a range of 130 to 135. If you go at a strike rate of 133, you are scoring runs at 8 runs per over. But क्योंकि इसको conditions all over the globe are different. कोई batters जो होते हैं वो ज्यादातर कुछ difficult pitches पे खेलते हैं और कोई बहुत अच्छी फ्लैट पिचेस पे खेलते हैं, तो दैट रेंज हैज टू बी बिटवीन 130 to 135 फॉर मी. तो अगर आपका मिनिमम एवरेज 30 के नीचे, अगर आपका मिनिमम एवरेज हैज टू बी 30, मिनिमम स्ट्राइक रेट हैज टू बी विद इन दिस रेंज, उसके ऊपर देन यू स्टार्ट जजिंग की what is the role of the player, where is that batter is going to bat, वहां पे उनका क्या है, उसके corresponding फिर उनका strike rate क्या है. Also another thing that I'll say is कि metrics are good and you need to look at them, you need to account for them, but अगर आप कभी भी गेम को सिर्फ metrics के basis पे देखोगे तो there are a lot of times possible that you might just miss a nuances of the game, because ये बहुत ही complex game है, complex sport है because of the conditions at display. So also use your own understanding and intelligence when it comes to judging कि किसका बैटिंग इम्पैक्ट कैसा रहा है. वो मेरे को लगता है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. अगर सिर्फ मेट्रिक के बेसिस पे जाएंगे तो कोई भी ऐसा मेट्रिक नहीं है जो हर कंडीशंस के लिए मेरे को लगता है अच्छे से जस्टिस कर पाएगा.
I think the bottom line is cricket is too varied, too condition dependent, and the rules are very, very different for every player. So you will never have one single metric that you will be able to quantify that, okay, this is the right metric for this guy. It will always have to be specific and to each section its own.
Runs above average एक यूज होता है जिसमें you take कि what a batter has scored as opposed to the other players in that game and at what strike rate. उसमें भी आप कट ऑफ रख के करते हो, बट उसमें एग्जांपल ये कि if you have your batting lineup like Bangalore and if you are playing a batting lineup like Mumbai Indians, तो आपके जो top 3 batters हैं they will always be more conservative. तो on paper or on those metrics it would look like that those batters have not had a good innings, but ऐसा होता नहीं है.
The bottom line is strike rates are not overrated. I think yeah, I think with that let's just wrap this up. We'll be again here tomorrow. It's a very good game. Mumbai, who are in form, will be playing GT, who are perennially in form since they have begun this league.
At Wankhede.
So it should be a high scoring game. Let's see if Mumbai were outclassed by Gujarat in the reverse fixture. Let's see if they have sort of tried to figure out how this team can be beaten, because we are also trying to see if there is a certain way in which Gujarat can be beaten.
I just think maybe law of averages will catch up with Surya Kumar Yadav tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a very bad time. Although Mumbai are in a position where they can afford to lose a game and still end up with 16 points. So, I mean, should be a good game. So, yeah, with that, good night. We'll see you tomorrow. All of us will be here, and probably Avnish will be here as well. So, those of you who were missing him, maybe he'll be there for you guys. So, good night. See you tomorrow.
Bye bye.
See you in the Hardik Derby.